me to read the manga, which is another
They had come back to the island after visiting the mainland.
Okay. So they went to Marley, saw Marley, seen all the stuff with Z.
Much better.
It's
not great, but it's much better.
I also just have a really low tolerance for media.
It's on Disney
So
Plus.
Because if I find like consuming some sort of
That's
media,
how we started.
No, it's on Hulu.
No, it's on.
No,
it's
Hulu.
on Hulu, which is combined with Disney
also
Plus.
Session
Because we
6.
go to
Don't let
Disney
it
Plus. We go to Disney Plus to get to it, but then it's
Okay.
with Hulu, which is in Disney Plus.
It makes so much more sense. It's like, that is not
But
a
it's the
Disney
only
special.
problem which session are we on?
They're waiting to buy it.
There's something I heard that Disney was buying. Oh, the Bible?
Let's go with orange.
Yeah.
Okay. You let me know when you're ready.
Raya, what are your earrings?
They're little swords.
Okay,
I
that's
thought
5.
I thought they were like dismembered arms. 'Cause they,
That sounds cooler.
yeah, I thought it was a skeletal hand. It kind of looked like a little hand right there with the bone.
Yeah.
Sword is really cool.
No, they're little
That was like a
those
little
are
cool hand because you know
cute.
Halloween was last week.
Little roses.
All that
That's
jazz.
adorable. I love it. I hate that I can't wear earrings. It upsets me so much.
I really enjoy the customization present on my person at any point. Yes, sorry, let me put this earring back in.
I've recently discovered that I think I might have a nickel allergy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a lot of itching in my earlobes when I'm using with a couple of my earrings, and I realize that they're not stealing the silver.
I definitely have some metal sensitivities. I just do the dumb thing and
Ignore it?
I'll send it.
I can't. As soon as I put an earring in my ear, unless it's white gold, it starts getting, within 5 minutes, starts getting red and itchy and swelling.
So mine will get red and itchy and swell for a little bit. In reality, what I find is that so long as I'm only wearing it like during day hours, it's not a problem. If I wear it overnight, that's when it starts to irritate.
These are still one of the coolest things you added to it.
Mine is irritating right
This
away.
banner. Very tough. It's so cool.
Are you happy I didn't do the big slam?
Oh, Alex, one thing that me and Zach got to experience over at Flame Rise the other day.
Same
Oh,
here.
yes, you experienced the loveliness of a bidet.
Oh yeah.
I'm
We
assuming
really
you've taken
expanded
a
their
trip.
horizons.
But that's
I have a thing about going number 2
It's
at people's
printed, but it
bathrooms,
is
so
at home.
Well, not.
I've never used their bidet.
You don't
I
even
got
have to.
distracted
You
by
don't even have to
the
go to the number 2. You could just go number 1
All
and then
that
just sit
time
there
you were
and just
slaving
use it.
away on the chair.
I've heard it's
It's interesting.
I didn't think
how
about
do
going
you dry
to
your
grab
bum
it.
off though after you
Toilet
like
paper.
so you're still wasting toilet paper.
But
So
you
what's
don't
the
use
point?
I
nearly as
use
much.
their hand towel.
That explains so much! They're brown streak.
No, the bidet got rid of that.
No, but it cleaned it like a whistle.
Explains why I was in there so long.
Okay.
You still use toilet paper, but you just have to use one to dry yourself off. You don't have to actually keep going and going.
Yeah, exactly. Just do a little dab dab and
So
you're
you
good
can
to go.
hypothetically
So
just use like a rat.
Have you thought about installing one here?
No, I'm not,
Yeah.
because the kids.
Yeah.
Kids will fuck with it.
Oh yeah, they would be
They'll
playing with
turn
it
it
like
off. Look, Daddy.
I want to go in that hole. So tell everybody at school.
I grew up with bidets.
You grew up with bidets?
I did.
Our kids are not
Yeah, 'cause
classy.
you're
You
from
lived in
England,
England.
Yeah,
Yes,
I lived in
you
England.
lived in England. It's different.
So
You're,
would you
you're
call it
classier.
a bidet as
Our
an
kids are
adult,
not classy.
Or were you like, nah, I'm done?
Would you ask?
If she'd elect Anne as an adult or if she was nah, she's done.
I don't know. I think newer ones are nicer than like the older style.
Yes.
I would elect for a newer one,
I like.
especially like the ones that are built into the toilet.
Yeah. So ours is not built in; it's a attachment. However, you know what? It's still.
And we get hot
nice,
water.
And
It's fancy.
It's temperature control.
Yes.
Because I've
I
also
thought it was
used
like
bidets
8
that are
o'clock.
just
It's like
cold,
Jesus.
which is
Nope.
quite a
Well,
surprise.
it's the same.
Six.
In Italy, we
I
ran
know,
into a
that
lot
happened
that were
fast.
like it's
No,
a
it's-
separate
Yeah.
toilet
It's still
with
relatively
the-
like warm.
I know.
with
it's
the
really
attachment.
nice, actually.
Okay.
and you
It's
literally
kinda
just like
perfect.
A
squat.
little worrisome for November,
That's
but it does feel
interesting.
nice.
Oh yeah.
You don't even
So
need
But it's gonna drop here in the
That's
next couple
fair.
days.
While we were in
but-
Spain, in one of in a few of the hotels, but for one of the I went to use the restroom and it was an automatic bidet.
Oh dear.
Which is fine, but if you don't know what's getting ready to happen, like that's a little bit of a shock, especially for a 16-year-old.
Oh dear.
Which is really funny because like my grandmother listened to me, my grandfather did not, but we were like I was in their hotel room getting ready with her, and then all of a sudden you just hear him go, "Oh!"
We're on a nat 20? Is it because we're arriving?
Yes.
Woo! My Lord is generous.
That is generous.
He's kind.
Oh, sweet Lord.
He is the
I mean, you
Almighty.
did threaten him.
I do have a knife today.
You said you do have a
I know.
knife today.
A long straight.
I know how to bullshit on my way out of that. Break the wrist, step away. Break the wrist, step away. Grab my arm, my other arm.
I don't know why, but when you did that, all I could think about was the really weird, like, Halloween-themed exercise. I think it was like an up and elevate at somebody, but it's like,
Yeah.
something like, squash Satan, kick him in the crotch, squash Satan.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's
yes.
all I could think about.
You guys have all seen Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
It's
karate
been a while,
class is my
yes.
favorite part. You need somebody watching your back at all times. Think somebody wants a roundhouse kick while I'm wearing these babies? Forget about it. It's a Rex Kondo.
I did indeed love that.
Wait, who won?
I haven't seen that in
Or
so
roll
long.
on?
It's Bill. It's
Okay.
You roll a 3, I roll a 15.
I believe that, I just didn't remember.
Alright.
I really like the team up.
The last time I watched it was with my mom, and I was ready for her to hate it because she doesn't like movies that don't really have a point. Like she hates The Big Lebowski, and I was ready for her to hate Napoleon Dynamite, and she's like, "That was really charming. I liked that one." And I was like, "Charming? That's one way to put it."
Right, that's one way to put it.
But
Which scene did you like the most? When he was on the farm working? They were eating raw eggs?
her favorite part was the Tupperware part, where the guy was like trying to demonstrate how tough the
That's how
Tupperware
he
is.
runs it over.
He runs it over and it breaks. And he's like, "Oh shit!" Could have been first in the state.
I like the dance.
Alright. Who's doing the recapa?
You are.
I'm doing the recapa.
Recording yesterday, buddy.
Why did you remind me? Did you remember? Did you remember?
I just remembered just now. Like,
Jesus.
oh, it's been a week.
I was so thinking about fighting Quantum.
If you need me to do it, I would be happy to do it. You can do it
It
next
would be better if you did, because
Yeah, go
there's
back
no
to
way I'm
you,
gonna make it
because
sound
Mariah
like
was the
Kess.
last one.
So I listened to it, but I don't know that much. I had to like go over it in my head like a speech.
It's your first one.
Huh?
So
You
this-
only get one.
Your first one. I'll give you a demerit and 5 lashes.
Now it's down to that one.
A lash, you say?
What's the opposite of inspiration?
Perspiration.
Desperation.
Perspiration.
No, I mean on here. Like, paralyzed me.
Constipation.
Probably exhaustion.
Yeah.
I just said like feel weird.
Yeah.
So I have disadvantage in all ability checks.
Alright, I think
Goodness.
I'm ready if everybody else is.
Yeah.
Okay. Previously on Titans of Ivalice, we started on day 3 of our airship trip. The group got to meet Sir Phone, the mysterious card knight. They had a breakfast discussion of sorts, where Oren about spilled the beans, sort of, to Draco, but it made him think more that the fake axe came from the auction rather than somebody else on the ship. And most importantly, the group, well, these 3, figured out how to solve Lars's puzzle that he gave to Kess, and they were able to figure out a code that may or may not end up being useful once they go to the Wraithwall tombs. But shortly before that, Cordio and Solra met Syra, Solra's doppelganger from, what's her name? Eilistraee. After that, and deciding that she would be truthful about what her purpose was around like 10 p.m., Azyla had a nightmare about putting a bag of holding in another bag of holding and opening a singularity. But that wasn't completely useless because she faced down the murder of her friends in either a nightmare, a vision, Who knows yet? But when she woke, there were giant flying leeches attacking the ship. The group quickly dispatched the giant flying leeches. Oren raged and got KO'd afterwards. And Syra took Nero/Oren to their room to rest. And that's where you left. After the battle, and in the next morning, they officially figured out the puzzle. And Syra showed Solra Cordio the ruins of Nalbina. What?
I don't remember getting Kato. I'm just trying to.
You passed out after you transformed back.
Oh, okay.
So she showed you guys a individual being tortured by the Demogorgon. A pale tiefling with bright pink eyes, shaved down horns, and somebody that had an affinity for bugs, perhaps. But you guys were narrowly caught by the Demogorgon. If it weren't for Solra pushing you through the door, Syra pushing you through the door at the last minute. Debating on whether or not they should feel guilty about this individual being left behind and the potential consequences. They eventually talked to Kess, and they figured out that this individual, or at least they think this individual, might be her and Azyla's old friend, Andreas, because of who he's related to. His father, Clever, after all, is the paladin of a greater god, Epsilon. The group talked about the potential of facing down the Demogorgon. Phone had a midlife crisis, but after calming Sir Phone, they went in to the rest of the fourth day. And I would like to start with Nero. Oren. You wake up in your bed. The last thing you remember is fighting those leeches, and then everything went red, and everything went dark. You see sunlight pouring through the window. You remember vaguely that if it is indeed the next day, because it was nightfall when you were fighting, that you were supposed to talk to Adriana about her mother's notes. But it's weird that you're here. The fight must have gone sideways for you. But the ship appears to be still intact.
Yeah, I just have a moment where I kind of like bolt up in bed for a second, and I'm just like, really am useless, aren't I? I don't think I've lasted one of these fights all the way through. And then after, I get a long rest, right?
Yeah.
And then after I check on Astria, thank you. After I check on her, I'm going to head over to go talk to, who's her nuts?
Adriana.
Names.
Who's your nuts? I like it.
So yeah, I'm going to go find Adriana now and talk to her.
Okay. So you eventually make your way to the mess hall, and she kind of looks up from her stacks of papers and books. Oh, you're finally awake. How are you feeling?
Okay, I guess. Everyone okay afterwards?
Yeah, we took care of the giant leeches, all of us, and we've just been hanging out at the ship. We're supposed to arrive early tomorrow. Captain Balthazar said that we'd be arriving a little bit early because the winds are in our favor. I just didn't want to bother you because Syra took you to your room to rest, and you acted kind of strangely during battle, so I wasn't sure where we stood exactly.
What do you mean?
I thought you were going to hit me, to be honest. To be totally honest.
if I got close at any point, I certainly didn't mean to.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
How persuasive are you? What's your charisma?
I don't think I'm... Lucky die. 17.
Okay. She kind of eases up and she sort of does a hand gesture at Huey and he kind of lays down. He was kind of at alert first when he walked into the room. Well, I mean, if you're not feeling up to it, you don't have to help me. I mean, we've only really got a day left. But I continue to try to go over my mother's notes, but I can't make heads or tails of it. Probably would help. Doesn't help that I don't know the language.
I certainly don't mind helping. Can I give it a look?
Sure. Absolutely. And she, you see a chair almost move out by itself.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was already seated. So yeah, I'll take a seat next to her. Or wherever that chair is.
Okay.
It took me a second as to why the chair moved.
She has mind powers.
Well, I knew why the chair moved. I didn't know why the chair moved.
You didn't know if it was ghosts.
Okay.
Are you sending me something?
No, I'm trying to decide what skill I want you to use.
I do speak the language.
You do. So you see the stack of books and journals, and this will definitely take a lot more time than what you guys have on the ship.
Okay.
For sure. And it's strange at a glance. The words and letters make sense, but they're not in any sensible order. There's a code to it. At least that's what you guess, because you're like, the sentences are in broken structure and out of order.
Okay.
As if somebody didn't want it to be read. Unless you knew the pattern. So, you could either make a history or Arcana check.
Definitely Arcana.
Okay.
That's 19 on the die for 22.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm going to message you real quick.
Still getting election texts. Why am I still getting election
I
texts?
know, right? It's like, leave me alone already.
Yeah.
I got one at 6 o'clock.
It's like, you voted? Huh? You gonna do it? Go ahead, go. Come on.
got
It's
an hour
our
and a
team.
half.
It's our team over here. We're gonna die if you don't vote for me. Oh my god. For once, I just wished it was something important.
So can you at least give me a prank call or one of those?
Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, spice it up a little bit.
So can't one of those be my dad texted me he's proud of me or something?
He loves me. He's proud of me.
It's just something.
Like that.
Since it's going to take you some time, and I have to figure out where the hell I put my notes on this, let's say that it takes, because you're not going to get it all at once. What is everybody else wanting to do for the day? So we're not just sitting here in silence while I look for the page that I need.
I was hoping I could sit in silence for the day.
Yeah. Do you have
Same.
contemplations? Ooh, can I? Nope, that's too hard to look.
Okay.
Thanks. Let me open my character sheet.
Gracias. Just slide that over
Here's
here.
our names. Well, since the only alchemy supplies I seem to be able to get around this place is armpit hair,
I don't.
I'm not really
You
going to
always
be doing
switch it up
that.
with beard hair.
Huh?
You always switch it up with beard hair.
I think with hearing about the news about Andreas being tortured by the Demogorgon, I'm going to spend the day in meditation / prayer, trying to connect with Valenn to
Okay.
see if I can gather information about like how he's actually doing, and hopefully to talk to him again if I can.
Okay.
But that's going to be like primarily my day because that's some pretty heavy news to hear.
Okay.
Oh my god, I thought he had a beard.
Who?
The picture of you was
Oh,
so
it-
small I couldn't tell it was your cat. I was like, oh my god, that's a really big beard.
Yeah.
He used to be Amish. You know?
Alex puts a lot of work into maintaining what we see today.
I do.
You have to trim it almost hourly or it gets too long.
That's right. It's too man.
Is there a library on board?
There is not. There is. You know that there is a library. Not there aren't books on board.
Right, but there's no library.
There is no library.
Okay. We're gonna make a we're gonna brainstorm about how to proceed once we land, because there are leads that we need to follow and things that we need to find. Are you also just looking at your spell list to see what you can do right now?
Maybe.
I forgot how fun this spell list is.
I want to. We're still on the boat, right?
Yes.
I want to go to people's rooms and seeing if there's anything that I can take.
Okay. You want to go to people's rooms?
Yeah.
Whose rooms?
I don't carry shit on me. Well,
I'm spending the day in my room, so.
Or just like around the ship, seeing if there's anything on the ship in particular, in people's rooms and barrels.
Before we get there
Just
to our
everywhere.
destination.
I just want to look.
Make a stealth roll and a sleight of hand roll, please.
You know, we thought the pirates were going to be the shifty ones. Turns out it's our group. We're the ones that weren't supposed to be trusted.
So stealth is 23, and you said sleight of hand?
Yeah.
19. There might be useful things for our group that we can use.
What's your alignment again?
Chaotic.
Yeah, like what? Neutral?
Lawful,
like that.
evil.
I think we'll neutral.
Because
if it's chaotic lawful, you got.
I'm gonna say, because lawful, you just have to have some set of laws. It doesn't have to be common law, but it has to be laws.
It's either that or you're gonna be changing your alignment real quick.
Right. So neutral is
Alright.
neutral either way.
So Elizabeth, I sent you a couple things.
Yeah, I've been reading them as they show up.
That'll be it for now.
Okay.
If you want to stew on that.
Dang, that's not as fun as I thought.
I just found out Andreas, my buddy, is.
So whose room do you want to visit?
I'm just going along the ship, just checking
Okay.
anywhere, so nothing in particular.
Theirs is definitely locked. Cass, do you lock your door?
No, it's open for everybody. Come on in. But
All right.
I mean, I lock it when I go to sleep, but I'm not sleeping. It's during the day, so I'm meditating.
You kind of grab Cass's door handle in it. There's a lot of give. It's not locked.
Okay. I'll go in there and see if there's anything previously on the ship. Not anything of hers, just on the ship.
And what was your stealth and what is your past perception?
Stealth was
I know.
23.
17 for passive.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just.
So, what do you look like when you meditate? Like when you're.
I get on my knees, like Asian style, where I sit on my heels.
Okay.
And then I have my bow placed out methodically in front of me, with the string where the string would be closest to me, and the bow like pointing outwards.
Okay.
And then I'm just kind of sitting there with like my palms up, relaxed, and just I don't make any noise or anything like that. I have my eyes closed, and I'm just in a trance. If you could mistake me to be sleeping.
Okay. So you see this. In addition to that, you notice there's almost a purple aura around her, and it's weird. Despite being just the two of you, you swear you're being watched, like somebody else is in the room with you guys, but you don't see anybody.
Do I feel like it's a good feeling, or do I feel like it's a bad feeling?
It's hard. It's just that feeling like when you know you're being watched, and it's hard. I mean, it could be that an owl in the tree that's watching you, or one of those things. Like, hard to tell if it's hostile.
I want to look around to see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll?
Make an insight check.
It's not against anybody lying. 13.
You're pretty sure that the room, it's just the two of you. You've seen her pray before, but you've never noticed this aura around her before. She seems to be, and she hasn't reacted to your presence at all, even though you've been pretty quiet.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess with her at all.
Okay.
I would just let her be, but I would just look around to see if there's any things, like any hidden boards on the ship that might hide anything in that room, and then go on to the next.
Have you hidden anything in your room?
No.
Okay.
What would I hide?
Make an investigation check.
I'm just thinking about in general, like if
I mean, I have
people on the ship
my
previously.
bag of holding would be sitting there, along
Okay,
with my
what's that?
armor hanging up.
Nat 20 for investigation with a +8, so 28.
One of the boards is kind of loose. It looks like it might come up with the right amount of pressure.
I'm gonna try to pry it open.
Okay. So do you have a tool that you could? You have like a crowbar?
Crowbar?
I have that's a good question. What's my equipment? I might
I
actually.
don't know what you got in there.
Yes, I actually do.
Yeah, it comes with the common adventurer's equipment, I think.
Roll D6 for me, please.
Either adventure kit or thieves kit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got these tools. Right away.
2.
You find underneath the floorboards, you find a greater healing potion. And it looks like it's been there a while. It's covered in dust, but like once you start dusting it off, like somebody maybe stockpiled it here
Yeah.
and forgot about it.
Nice.
Who forgets about 100 gold worth?
So I got
or
one
however
greater
much it
healing?
is.
Yep.
Did it. Somebody just slipped by and got
Right
it.
there, didn't forget about me.
Okay.
They died.
Make an Arcana check.
He just couldn't get it. He's like, where did I put it? Where did I
I don't
put
think
it?
I'm not gonna do
Oh, it's so stupid. Why did I hide it? Nobody's even gonna try to take that.
bad as long as 12.
Okay. You don't find anything else of interest.
Okay. Then I'll just move on to the next area.
All right,
Closing the door slowly.
Elizabeth. Going back to, it's been a couple hours that you spent with Adriana. You're feeling a bit fatigued because the sentence structure is very strange. What would you like to do with the information that you've been given thus far, if anything?
That's some good information.
I don't know. I've been waffling. Can I ask Adriana, or maybe Adriana told me and you can remind me,
Sure.
who these journals are from?
It's her mother's journals.
It's her mother's journals. And how did Adriana come across them?
She would have told you that her dad had them in like a hiding spot, and she just took them before she left.
Thank you.
And what happened to her mom?
She apparently has passed.
Does she know how?
She hasn't said.
Okay, well then I will ask that.
Well, she died when I was very young. I really didn't know her that well. I was only maybe 2 or 3 years old. My father said she died of a sickness.
Well, see, I'm very concerned by some of what I'm finding in these letters. And I'm going to share with her the information that I found.
Okay.
Some of her verbiage sounds very similar to a cult that had started up in where I grew up a long time ago. While I can't say that this is the cult or even suspect that it is, a lot of the verbiage just very much reminds me of some of their ideals. Looking for making people the same, so to speak. Taking over. Using it as a means to take over.
But why?
Why what?
Why would they want people to be the same?
If everyone's the same, if no one's different, if no one's an individual, why would there ever be conflict? Why would anyone ever go against a leader's wishes?
Are you sure? I mean, you just started, you definitely got further than I did. How certain are you?
Of these sections, and again, I've only translated these little bits, I am very sure. The rest of it I can't speak to yet.
Okay.
Right now it's all just curiosities and maybe some concern.
Okay. I guess at least I have something to ask my dad about.
I think it would definitely be worth continuing to look into the journals to see if you could find out a little bit more about what happened, and maybe a little bit more about whether or not you want to continue asking these questions.
Okay.
Some questions are better left
That's
unanswered.
certainly unexpected, but thank you. I appreciate that. I think I might need some air.
Yes, I think some air would be nice.
Yeah. Come on, boy. And she snaps, and Huey follows her.
Does she
up
take
there.
her books at all?
So she'll quickly stuff her
Okay.
books in the.
I was like, am I left to collect them all and put them in her room? Yeah, so she'll do that, and then I think I'm just gonna go, like, slump to my room. If I can open the port, like, if there's a port window in my room, I'd open it, lock the door, and I'm probably gonna actively try to get drunk. Not that I can, but...
Okay. What other order of business would everybody like to get up to as we begin to close out the fourth day? And potentially final day.
I'm gonna reach out to Eilistraee and be like, hey, I will have spent maybe about like an hour to an hour and a half crafting a silver moon. Yeah. Do you want to do something else?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Like a little silver barrette for her hair, I guess. And I'm gonna use it as an offering and essentially go, hey, so did my doppelganger die?
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against being charmed or frightened?
No.
That is going to be an 18.
Okay. You succeed, so you're going to take half. As you reach out, it's almost like you threw a ball against the wall and it came right back and smacked you in the face. You're going to take 4 psychic damage.
The last time that I reached out to her, was it before we went through the magical barrier?
You did reach out to her a short time after Syro went missing, or took you through the door.
But like the magical barrier that I'm talking about right now is the one around Ivalice.
Oh,
Not...
oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yes, you have.
Okay. I'm gonna open my eyes. Is the clip still there?
Yep.
You pissed her off.
I think Eilistraee's mad at me.
Why?
I tried to reach out, just, like my consciousness was thrown back at myself.
Well, what'd you do?
I mean, like, Syra's not here, so maybe
Well, it's her
that.
fault.
Yeah, but I'm kind of the reason why she had to push me through and probably got taken by the Demogorgons then.
But she was a construct, a creation.
Yes, but have you ever known a god to not be beloved of their constructs and creations? trick question. I don't think you've ever known a god.
That
Not
is-
sure you talked to one last session.
God.
Should I try again?
Ooh.
Tomorrow?
The AC
We don't like tonight?
a little harder.
Tonight.
Alright, Alex, I'm going to impatiently wait another hour, and then I'm going to reach back out, and in this hour, I have added, like, little stained glass features. So now it's a little moon with, like, it's like a little moon hairpin,
Okay.
with, like, stained glass, silver, and bronze accents.
Okay.
And then I'm going to reach out and be like, I'm sorry if I pissed you off. I don't know what I did. Is Syra dead?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I guide myself?
Not a saving throw, is it? It'd be resistance. You have that.
Do I have that? Wrong character.
Wonder does.
Oh, that's worse. That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. You fail. Again, it's like you threw a ball at a hard surface, it bounced and smacked you in the face. You're going to take 6 psychic damage.
It happened again.
It's been an hour.
Yeah, you said tonight.
It's early.
So tonight.
Is the sun even set?
You know, actually, that's a really good point. Maybe I should wait to do this until under, like, the light of the moon. What stage is the moon at right now?
Roll a D100.
Roll a deal.
Let me get my chart.
That's gonna be a 60.
A 60, you say.
A 60, I say.
It is a waxing crescent.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until the moon has risen, and then I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. So before the night comes, is there any, and she does that, is there anything else anybody wants to do?
Just my shenanigans.
Does Valenn ever reach out to me or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Make a religion check for me, please.
17.
The dark plane forms around you again. You see purple glowing stars off in the distance. You don't see anybody, but you do see the skeletal corpse of a dragon about 15 feet from you. An adult dragon.
Got it. And when you say it's like, is it kind of like a desert?
Yeah, it's like a desert. There's no buildings, hills, or mountains anywhere. It's just
Or
landscape.
life and all.
Correct.
And I see bones of a dragon. Does it look fresh? Like something happened to it recently, or does it
Old.
look like really old?
Yep. Not seen this before.
Okay. I'm going to approach it cautiously.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
A hooded figure comes out from like behind the skull. My child, I did not expect you to reach out again so soon. How can I be of assistance? Valenn takes down his hood.
Hi, Valenn. Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you when you're busy. I got some really terrible news last night, and I was hoping you could maybe like help me. Yeah, kind of get through it here. So I learned of my friend Andreas that I I reached out to a few people to like come and help me on our quest.
Of course.
And Andreas was one of them, and he just never showed up. I just figured he was busy, but it turns out he's being tortured by the Demigorgon. Did you know anything about that?
It's news to me, but then again, it's hard to pay attention to the plights of one individual. So much is going on.
Well, I guess he's kind of important because his dad or something is related to, what's her name again? The god, the mother, what is it?
Andreas draws his power from the Wild Mother.
The Wild Mother, that's what it is. Okay.
Clever is a paladin of Epsilon.
Epsilon, okay. So the significance was that the Wild Mother is directly opposed to the Demigorgon, isn't it?
Is Galatea's mother.
Yeah, Galatea's mother.
Okay.
The Demogorgon disposed Galatea, which is why, Elizabeth, I don't know if he conveyed this to you adequately in the recap. It was a lovely recap, but this was a pertinent detail.
Yeah.
We've decided to adopt the Demogorgon.
Correct.
Because he needs eternal influences in his life.
That's right.
He needs a hug.
Oh, you know what else you didn't give us in the recap? Did you guys actually read the thing out loud?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't have time to prepare.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Someone, like, what would the note say? She said he didn't say it in the recap, and I remembered, like, I have a note here that said to ask, and I forgot.
It said,
That's
to
good.
your
That's
peril,
good.
you should show a little more respect for fairy tales.
Yeah, that thing.
I listened to it all day thinking, I wonder how someone's going to recap all that.
And Alex did an incredible job.
Yeah,
You
they
covered
fantastic.
all of the
They did.
pertinent storyline
That's right.
information.
The last 20 minutes was pure chaos.
100% in
Whole
which
conversation.
we devised a plan.
Have we finished with the night yet? Can I
No.
do something
No,
else?
I'm still talking to
You still talk to
Mr.
Valenn.
Yep.
We'll go straight to you if you want to do something before the end of the night.
I just wanted
yes,
to
I
cover the Wild Mother. Okay. So I convey that information to him. So is that significant? Like, will Andreas have something that we need to help complete our quest? There's a reason the Demigorgon's torturing him specifically, like you said. Out of all, like, the hundreds of people, thousands of people that are being tortured and harmed by the Demigorgon, why is he specifically focusing on Andreas?
I'm not sure. But the means to ask Andreas himself may lie with one of your party members. The one who snatches things she shouldn't.
Azyla has-
She may have a way to help him and not even realize it.
Tattoos.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, that's a better lead than I had, so I really appreciate it, Valenn. But I see that you're busy, but that's all I wanted to check up on.
I need more wicked souls before I can regenerate myself in my dragon Velcor. We must punish the wicked. Use their power to bring down the Demogorgon and bring peace to Ivalice.
Absolutely. Well, I'm working on it. We're just about to make landfall at Ivalice, so I'll start sending them right up to you.
This is exactly what Grandpa Jeff would say.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. Or the few.
Absolutely. I love you, baby.
I was there with you.
And also with you.
Now go. May Valenn watch over you.
Thank you. And then transcends.
Okay, make a insight check. Real quick.
I already know the number. Hey, it's an 18.
Oh, okay. Somebody else has been in your room.
What? It's like the rug moved or something like
You
that?
notice that the floorboard's kind of up like this. You can tell somebody's actually moved.
With an 18, is it safe to assume Azyla?
I'll leave that up to your character, whether or not that's what you think, because there's obviously no way to know for sure.
But we know.
And how do you want to roleplay?
Alright. I'm assuming it's later in the evening now?
Yeah, the sun is about to set.
Well,
After you walk around this island doing the do, you know who.
no, I'm gonna try to fix it.
Okay.
Is it easy to fix, or do I gotta make a roll to try to fix it, see if I don't make it worse?
So you don't get like charged.
I'm not a handyman. Handy girl.
I don't know, make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I had a hammer, I could have fixed it, but I forgot.
16?
So you put it back, and then you do find a rug, and you kind of just slide.
Just like I used to do in my room.
Yeah. It's like my dad said when he took apart the dryer. He's like, I got good news. God made rugs so I can cover up this part where I took off the dryer and it burned through the floor.
Mini runs.
Nice.
All right.
Nero, you said you wanted to do something before the end of,
Yes.
before the start of the evening.
When I fail to get drunk,
Okay.
I pull out my notebook
Okay.
and I send a note to my uncle.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it at the table.
Okay.
So I send a note to Uncle Blaze that reads, Uncle, you'd be happy to know that I'm still entirely useless. I got knocked out in battle again, and I suppose in the heat of it, almost hit an ally. Such a wonderful nephew you have. Do you think Ash would be proud? Oh, and I still can't get drunk to wipe it all away. Why do you think Dad did what he did? Why do I have to suffer for his error? Your lovely failure.
Well said.
You are a failure. You'll never come
Writing
on.
back, he says, there. Don't be so hard on yourself.
There. He's just dealing with an over-emotional teen.
Really busy, wish I could say something more profound.
Really busy, wish I could say.
Sorry, child who's having an emotional trauma. I'm too busy for you right now.
But with that, and as we go into the night, is there anything anybody would like to do?
Other than send obscure letters.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Try it again. Underneath
Make
the
a
Present.
make a wisdom saving throw.
This time,
Okay.
I am dragging my husband up with me.
Oh dear.
You're doing it again, aren't you?
I am. Can you do me a favor?
Maybe you should see some space for the day.
Can you do me a favor?
What you need?
Can you do me a favor? You know what always inspires me to do my best?
What's that?
Your celestial form.
Which one do you want?
You're gonna let me choose this one?
I'll let you choose. Huh?
Since I don't know.
Arbiter
She would
Dragon
know.
Chalice.
Go for the dragon one.
Will you be the dragon for me?
I will absolutely be the dragon.
Okay.
So I am again my pitch black form with the constellations covering my body and highlighted as a big old dragon constellation.
By the gods! You hear behind you. You see Sir Phone watching. I apologize, I was on my rounds.
You're fine.
Regarding the ship. Continue on. Turn right here.
I'm going to position him so that way I can find a constellation that reminds me of the dragon in eyesight. So that way it's going to be the dragon, the moon, my husband.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kneel. Do I have any for what I want to do?
Go me, I'm facing you when you kneel.
Jesus.
I have a little bag of sand.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So I'm going to do a very bad rendition of like a moon.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna place the trinket that I made for Eilistraee in that. And then I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna meditate for like 10 minutes before I try and reach out.
Okay. Both of you make a wisdom saving throw.
You're gonna be into this too?
I am. What's your wisdom save?
+8.
Oh damn, you're smarter than mine.
I am a druid.
That's not gonna help.
17.
Okay.
Oh, that's much worse. That's the worst of all today. That's gonna be a 9 for me.
This isn't against poison, is it?
No, it's psychic damage. You're gonna take half, so you take 5, and you take 10. And you feel this sensation of, I'll say again, like an object being thrown at a wall and coming right back at you. And in fact, when you see your wife, she actually gets knocked on her butt this time.
Well, I'm already
Oh
kneeling.
wait, how much did
Well,
it
you get
take?
knocked back.
10.
I'm gonna take 5 more of that with my ring.
I'm gonna take 2 of yours with my ring.
Let's check 3.
Oh dear, it's like pinball.
Don't you love those rings?
Good time. So I'm just gonna be laying down on the ground, just being
Ow.
like that. Doesn't feel like what it feels like when she's pissy. Can I do a Arcana check to see if I can? Because Mariah has an idea of what's happening, but I don't want to overplay my hand to see
Sure.
if Solra thinks that it could potentially be that there's magical interference.
Guidance.
Thank you, I'm gonna guide myself too.
Yeah, make a Arcana check for me, please. Kudasai.
I really thought that was a 1 at first, it was not. Thankfully. That's gonna be a 15. It's not great.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Feels like the message is being thrown back at you. Now that you think of it, when your head stops ringing, you hear ever so faintly in the back of your brain whatever message you sent to Eilistraee.
So, laying on the ground where my husband gave me the guidance on that insight check, where I essentially just like lightly. Oh, I was gonna say that you lightly like rolled and could be like, "Are you good?" I don't think she's getting it.
Huh.
Do you think I should try harder?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Is there another way we could send a message?
You know a wizard?
Mama always said I should marry one.
Sorry to disappoint.
It's okay. Mama didn't think I should marry a man.
There's that.
I mean, like, I think she'd be delighted with you.
Oh, thanks. I don't want to meet her.
She's dead, so you don't have to worry about it.
That makes me want to meet her even less.
Condolences.
Thank you, Sir Con.
Go on.
I'm gonna roll up and I'm gonna scoop up my sand and put it back in my bag, and then I'm gonna put my little trinket away. Can you stay on that form?
Yes.
A very devious smile is gonna come over my face, and I'm gonna grab your hand and take you back to our bedroom.
All right. So, is there anything else that you're wanting to do throughout the evening? All right. So as the morning comes,
I don't want to talk about it.
what?
What?
It is the 5th day. Morning has arrived. You hear from the top of the ship, "Land ho! We will be approaching Rabanastre in 3 hours."
They found a hoe.
3 hours.
All they have to do is look
Maybe
at
it was Syra. I'm gonna run up to the deck to see if Syra's up there.
No, you just see Balthazar at the helm, and you see Lion on the mast, sort of like tying him up and looking through a looking glass, and you do see the land of Ivalice, along with a tall lighthouse between you guys and the continent.
I'm gonna look at the captain and be like, "Oh, land ho, like there's land. Okay, sorry." And then I'm just gonna walk back upstairs without any explanation. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, there's a big lighthouse. Do we know what that is?"
Has the lighthouse always been there, or is that new?
It's always been there.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Okay, excellent.
I'm gonna get dressed, try to look really presentable,
Okay.
and then head upstairs because I want to watch us arrive to Ivalice.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Does anybody else want to do anything in the morning?
I'll probably find phone and have him stay with me since we're going to a new place that he's never been
You
before.
will be happy to know I stayed out of trouble during my rounds last night. I saw nothing strange.
Truth.
Are you aware that that your 2 members of your group are star people? Like they talk to the stars and all that?
Star people.
I've seen do things, but not sure.
No, that's the only abnormality I witnessed throughout the evening. Everything else seems to be in order.
Stay close.
Oren,
Mhm.
what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna literally sit on the railing
Okay.
as we pull up on board,
Um,
like a crazy person.
are you staying in your room or are you coming upstairs?
I'm gonna come upstairs with phone.
Lion tosses you down a looking glass. There it is. She points towards the continent off in the distance.
I keep
Make a persuasion check.
It was given.
Hang on, what's my persuasion? Nat 20! Yeah!
She winks. To remember me by.
I would blow her a kiss, but I have my mask on, so
Okay.
I'll just kind of smoke and kind of shape it as a heart.
She kind of grabs it.
What are you guys doing more? It's
That's a great question. Are we doing
So-
anything in the morning?
Well, I mean, like, besides looking for a help,
Would this be a regular spyglass or a magical spyglass?
Just a regular spyglass. It's a really nice spyglass.
gonna go get breakfast.
Never know.
Yes. The last day of breakfast.
Last day of Christine and breakfast. I am going to again apologize to the cook for having to skedaddle when he was teaching me his cinnamon rolls, and I will pay him the highest compliment that I know, which is that cinnamon rolls are delicious.
It's quite alright. I wish we had more time together, so that way I could teach you the proper culinary arts. But, alas, there's not so.
Life is cool.
Insight. Is he actually sad?
Sure, making a side check.
Guys.
Thank you.
Then I would like to have a conversation with Azyla
Okay.
while they're going to eat food and whatnot.
Oh wow, this is gonna be my best roll of the night. It's a 22.
You think he takes pride in the culinary arts and teaching other people is the proper way to do it. So you think he's sincere.
Alright, thank you.
So, so there's a moment where Azyla and I are kind of by ourselves, except for Sir Phone, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Azyla.
Yes.
I was just saying, hey, first, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? It's been a long trip on the boat.
Yes.
Been keeping busy.
Andreas worried.
Yeah, me too. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I spoke to I talked to him, and he said that he kind of hinted that you might have a way to actually talk to Andreas, but that you might not know it.
Don't know.
It might have something to do with tattoos. Remember, because you touched
Maybe.
the body, and then
Andreas! Anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Need to yell louder?
Maybe we can't hear him.
Please don't.
Maybe he can hear you. Do you have anything like on you, like in your bag or anything like that might help?
Just... Thought I yelled for...
I kind of thought that. What do I do, Mom?
She was so confused. No.
You don't have anything in your bag or anything that can help?
Looking on ship, found greater healing
Oh.
is all.
His
I mean, was it yours for the taking? Like, or someone give it to you? What do you mean you found it?
Hidden. Boats have hide spots. Learned
found, like,
from
a hide hole?
bandits.
I guess that's not technically stealing. I mean, they hid it and they forgot about it.
Had dust. Was old.
Do you have any idea of what Balin might be talking about? Because I don't know. All I can think about is, how you're special and all because you touched the body, and that's how we all got our phoenix feathers.
Internal monologue.
Okay.
What I think that maybe the deck of many things might have.
Make an arcana check.
Are we gonna end the campaign right before we get to the island?
Yes.
Well,
That
if
was
you
a
think it's
9.
gonna help.
A 9.
Yeah. I'm thinking internally in my head if I think the deck of many things is what would be.
So that was 9 is your total?
Yes.
With arcana?
Mm-hmm.
It's very helpful.
You don't know.
OC. Did I ever give you my copy of the deck of some things?
No.
Which is like the minor version of the deck of many
I'm
things?
familiar with what it is, but I've never seen it, like, a physical version of it.
Okay.
You're not sure. You might have to ask somebody that's more organically inclined.
Hey, look, you're talking to somebody that's more arcane.
No.
Right.
Clue.
maybe the group would know. I mean, I'll bring it up to Oren and Solra and Cordio.
They help.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all on the same team. We're on the same mission here together.
They know trust them.
Well, why do you think that is?
I trust you.
Yeah. I mean, and you trust your queen, right?
Yeah, my life for Azyla.
Absolutely. Keeping it chill, I like it. It's very casual.
I am doing my best.
You're doing a great job. I'm glad to have you aboard.
No clue.
Yeah, well, I know that you don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. So, I mean, what else can we do other than ask the group? I mean, that's the only thing we can do to save Andreas. Like, if we can get in contact with him, maybe he can tell us where he is, like, how we can get to him.
I'll find more items to help.
Okay. Well, I mean, in the meantime, I'll bring it up to the group. They might have some better ideas. Maybe they know something I don't.
Yes.
Is there anything I can roll to determine if I can get a clue or cue into, like... Now that I'm looking at Azyla and I'm hearing... I mean, it's okay if it's not.
Would I have any idea of what might
'Cause if
help as well?
Well, I mean, OC.
Yeah.
OC, I ain't got a
Is there
damn
something
idea.
I'm supposed to know OC that I'm
No.
not? Okay.
No.
So shut up, forget, so it's obvious.
No, something like that.
Okay.
It might help to compare magic items to the rest of the group, though. To do like a
Stock inventory?
Stock inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're gonna tell Azyla what we have.
Right. But, like, knowing what you have... Well, can I just take a look at your stuff? I'm not going to take anything, obviously. Again, can I just take a look at your stuff? Will you let me do that?
Ring Truth,
Yeah.
Stone Luck, Mage Hat, a hat?
No, I mean, like, just look in your bag to see if there's anything that can help, anything that sticks out. I mean, come on, anything we can do to save Andreas.
Do I hear Tegan tell me anything?
I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check against Tegan. Even though you know you're not. I need to don't know that you're doing that.
Interesting. 6.
You rolled a 2.
Whoa!
You're only doing his thing.
Okay.
I like this one. There's something about her.
Yeah.
And you'll just see my face just kind of zone out.
Valenn.
Urkel. We can trust the servant of Valenn.
Feel the quotes.
You see him and he holds up his little hoofs and just goes like this.
Valenn.
As he's doing that, all of a sudden I'm just...
It's Valenn.
Is that a yes?
That's what
Look.
that means.
No touch.
Look, no touch.
Okay. It's your bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Just shove your head in there.
So then may I see into your bag of holding? Can I see, like, what's
Yeah, just piles of bodies.
I have to do it now. I'm gonna powder my nose.
Bodies, sex toys.
What? What is that? What am I looking at? There we go. Okay. What is this?
Like to imagine it's the most unhinged set of items you could possibly imagine.
Just random things I've collected in my travels.
That is so goofy. What is goofy roll?
I like it.
I don't see anything in here. Can I look in your backpack?
Yeah.
Which one of your characters had absolutely
Would
wild?
Kess
entry
ask?
list?
Yeah, that's what I
Wander.
asked.
Wonder, yeah.
100%.
I would probably have the same items in the back of holding.
Oh.
So I would just have everything in the back of holding. I'm not gonna differentiate in that. That's too much work.
So I can see what you have on. What you're wearing.
I missed anything important.
I mean, like, you're welcome to keep it to yourself, but every time I look over, you just...
He's seen one of the interesting things that I picked
And
up
I
on my
have
travels.
awful thought.
Yep.
I said, well, the soup tastes just as good coming up as it does
the
going down.
greatest of compliments.
My favorite
I was
friend
like, I don't know
Vurrie.
if I should say that.
It's a compliment for tasting it twice.
I mean, the scroll of assistance, I have one of those too. That would.
For your context, I have
The
dirt
horn of
sample
silent
from
alarm
the magical
wouldn't
flower
reach him.
vents as water. Snatcher goo, T-Rex tooth, Tarrasque eye gunk. A scroll of teleportation apparently.
I shouldn't have the Tarrasque eye gunk anymore. That was used.
Yeah, it's a 0. It just
Okay, gotcha.
stays in my inventory
As a
as a
memory.
reminder.
Yeah, fair enough.
How do you know I haven't found another Tarrasque to grab eye gunk from?
Because you haven't asked me about it. I don't have to prove something like that.
Good to know.
You said she had use of all the eye gunk in the vial.
Sure.
Dorina said so.
Uh-huh.
Little did you know, she put a little bit of it on her pinky and she put it back in the vial.
So I don't see anything in what she has. Am I missing something?
I don't know. You want to show Alex to make sure that I'm not missing anything?
Of course. I'm not
Are
missing.
you purposely hiding the deck of many things from her?
Oh, okay. Well, I see that. So that's
It's not in the bag. Her bag of holding.
oh,
I just
it's
looked.
not anywhere. All I saw was deck
I
of cards.
Yeah. The deck of cards.
I should say deck of holding.
Oh, it's just
Deck of many
shows
things.
deck of
I don't know
cards.
why I said deck of holding.
Okay.
So,
Would you be hiding them like in a
deck of
normal
cards.
card?
So it should be the deck of many things.
Right, because initially when you snatched it, I told you to play just deck of cards because you didn't know what it was.
Okay. Would it be under the legacy wondrous items or
Legacy.
wondrous items?
Legacy.
Okay.
Good legacy.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't do
And
that.
You're
So
good.
And I don't know how much information you want to know about it, because if you want your character to be kind of ignorant about it like they are, you might want to stay ignorant too. Because because Kess doesn't know all of the cards that are contained in it, because I've only heard
Right.
and
You
read
just
like legends of people doing
rumors
it.
of it.
Okay.
Yep.
But I think that might actually help.
Could
So,
be. There
we'll
could be a
see.
card that could help or
Okay.
make it worse.
I can't believe you have these. Where did you get these from? You know what these are?
got him.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I suspected. I didn't know for sure.
Lion tried to take. I was curious.
What do you mean Lion tried to take you? You were curious. Like, where'd you get them from?
The island.
You bought them? I don't know who would even sell those.
5-finger discount.
I don't know what that means. Oh, is it like... I don't know what that means. Either you're paying with your fingers.
And I'll just pat her on the head.
Okay. So, you know what these are, right?
No.
It's called a deck of many things. They're actually quite feared among people because of how powerful they are. And the
Phone!
things...
Powerful! Woo!
Right. Well, that was... So, from what I understand, so can I roll to determine, like, what's the worst thing I've heard a card doing?
You're proficient in Arcana, right?
Uh-huh,
So I
yeah.
would say that you would probably just know that you could summon that there are 26-ish possible cards. Most decks have 13 or less. There are very, very few that could have all 26, but one of the possible cards could be a aspect of death itself.
Like, summoning, like,
Yeah.
the god of death.
Yeah, and what it does, it doesn't stop until the person that drew it is
Is dead.
Or you're entombed in a
So
secret place.
I'm gonna tell you that
be
one.
wished on.
What?
So there's legends
Or
about
every
these
possession of any
decks.
creature
They
that
don't
disintegrates.
normally when you find them, they don't have all 26 cards in them. Because I guess people have drawn them and probably died doing so.
Yeah.
One of the cards you can draw can actually summon the god of death to you. That will stop at no ends to kill you.
Which god of death?
It's just
It's just
instant
an
death.
avatar
Like, you
of
don't.
death.
Avatar of death.
And all the things that you value, and
All
you
of
value
them.
your
I was
life.
gonna say, because I have a character who would really fuck with that.
So, is way to take card out to give to enemy?
No, from what I understand, when you draw from it, it's left up to fate. It's not your choice what you draw. You really got lucky with phone. Like, amazing luck. It's quite a miracle.
I mean, my liege, if it is dangerous, I could draw the card for you. And if I am to be slayed, I would be happy to give my life.
Problem solved.
So, OC, what in this deck do I think that could help us contact
There is a card that gives wishes.
that just grants a wish?
1d3.
Yep, 1d3 wishes.
What?
And I think it gives you the ability to cast Wish 1d3 times.
Yeah, without the consequences.
So if death is summoned and Phone's the one that drew it, it would just kill Phone and then go away?
The death one, if I recall correctly, it's not actually that strong. It's just you have to fight it one-on-one.
Yeah,
And I
otherwise
think
it creates
its
multiple.
strength is based on your strength.
It's definitely stronger than what you are now, I will say that.
Which one is one that has a
Oh,
wish?
so we would have to defeat it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
One-on-one, then you can't come back when it kills you.
Cordio, you're not
But I
there.
mean, if Phone's the one that drew it, then it would fight
He's
one-on-one
OC.
with Phone until Phone's dead, right?
Yeah.
And then what would it do?
Just go
Okay.
away.
Just go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna use phone as the fucking bait?
He offered.
He's not alive. He's really not technically living. I'm talking to Solra in my head.
You're rationalizing
Right. He's
it.
not technically alive.
Man, my
I
conscience
think
doesn't
Solra would
normally
get on
sound like
board with this.
You're like the good angel is Solra, the bad angel is Cordio.
Why am I the bad angel? I'm
No,
on
no.
Solra's side. It's
He's got a point.
that's the bad angel. Azyla's the bad angel.
As my wings just all of a sudden unfurl randomly.
I mean, I know that this deck can potentially grant you wishes. We could solve so many problems that way. Imagine if we can get
Perhaps we
wishes.
should discuss it as a group.
I
If
mean,
this is a
let's just-
difficult decision.
That's
No.
what Phone said? No,
Yeah.
let's use Phone. Phone, would you do the honors of trying to help us on our quest here to save Andreas?
How many cards?
Save Andreas, but no to group of deck. They take.
Well, not that they take it from me, but they want to know that you're using it, and
They know. He said.
wait, you never told them that.
Oh, 100%.
Came from card.
I did, but that's
100%.
That's true.
They know.
Well, I mean, let's do it, Phone.
No more. Not
Okay.
now.
Group!
But like,
Need more.
are we not
Items.
summoning the group?
Huh?
Or are we not summoning the group?
No, I think they're eating.
You guys do hear phones shout.
Group.
did you hear that?
Uh-huh. Somebody yelling group?
We have an idea over here.
Yes.
Oh,
The guess just
I
said she has an
turn
idea.
around on the banister and I continue to sit on the banister of the ship. I'm feeling of the
very
ship,
afraid
but I'm
that's
looking
an
at
idea
you.
for-
How far away are you? Are you within earshot? Can you
Do you
hear us
have
if we're
to-
talking normally?
Do you
Or
think
do
that
we
it's
have to
a
How
an
far
idea that
are
was
you?
given by
Just on the deck, like just
Valenn?
on the deck next to one of the railings.
You probably, well, if you're by the railings, you could probably come over to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm just sitting like on one of the railings on the side of the ship, like I was sitting outwards with my feet dangling over, and you called and said I turned inwards with my feet dangling inside the ship
Are you
now.
taking swigs
No,
and sitting there, or are you? What do
Just
you?
hanging
What
out.
do you look?
I'm sitting there.
What's your like? How's it look like you're feeling? Are you like kind of like empty, like stale faced, like stone faced, or are you like? Do you look disappointed? Do you look
Contemplative.
Secretly use my wand.
it's like pensive, like you're really? Okay. So yeah, we walk over to you. Hey, Warren. Did you hear any of what Azyla and I were talking about over there? I got
I
kind of
did
loud.
not.
So, how do I tell him without telling him about?
The two of you walk up
Valenn
and see the three of them discussing something.
Help.
Hi,
Hey,
Valenn.
I'll help.
Valenn.
Andreas.
Valenn or Valenn?
what? No,
How?
well, Valenn told me that Azyla has a way to get in contact with Andreas, but she doesn't know about it, and I don't know how to do it. And we were kind of going through ideas, and I looked through all the stuff, and I found a thing, and it would help. Maybe.
Okay.
Don't
What
don't
thing?
trust it.
I have a
thing?
theological question.
Okay?
In this world, are gods omnipotent?
Like all powerful?
No, like
I'll know.
Oh no.
all-knowing,
Some
all-seeing.
of them are.
Based on what I know about Valenn, do I
If-
feel like
if
he
anything,
has?
he's minor. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he's a minor god in this mythos. Would he be all-knowing.
Make a religion check.
You gonna guide me?
Of course,
You
baby.
could also ask Kess.
That's gonna be a biased answer. We need to
Also, I don't think Kess knows who Kess is talking to.
Also, all merciful.
Can I
Don't
continue
forget
with
about
my
that.
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay. What is this thing that you think would be assistance?
Can we just tell him? I'm telling you, the whole group's gonna like trust. You can trust us. You're gonna have to deal with us for like forever.
like a
Like we're
7.
gonna be together for a long time. And we keep always having a secret.
Cards.
Cards.
It's a deck of many things.
Are you fucking insane?
I know, right? I had no idea. I don't know how she got it. She said she bought it.
Wait, no, you
She
want
bought it at a
to
discount.
draw a card.
Well, we haven't got to that part yet.
Phone.
You
Phone
just
is the
said.
phone card. No, look, we're gonna use the thing to help save Andreas. Me.
So wait,
It's an
who's
idea.
drawing a card and are you okay with dying? Because so long as you're okay with dying, like, objectively,
Well,
Well,
Phone said
the-
he would do the honors.
What are
they're
you hoping
making
to get
you
out of
do
it?
this?
We didn't make him do it. Not
I
at
did
all.
Offered.
my service.
He volunteered.
I mean,
What are you
at that
hoping to
rate,
get out of this?
you might as well have me do it
Yes.
and then have Death chase
There might
me
be
for the
all
rest of
wishes.
eternity.
Well, Valenn hinted that something that she had in possession of could get us in contact with Andreas.
Listen, that
And
just kills you.
I went through everything that she
So long
has,
as,
and the only thing I could find was that deck.
survive up, like,
You're aware
of
of
in the deck, like
many
out.
of the
No, I haven't even
Negatives
taken it
of
out.
the
I
deck,
left
right?
it in my thing
Yes,
one
I know.
time.
That's why we were gonna
you're
have-
out of this one.
That's why Phone volunteered when we were
you
talking
know
about
many of the negatives.
it. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know how many do you know? Do you know all of them?
Do you not know the pub song?
I
Like
once,
the drinking song that walks through all of the fates of the deck of many things.
I once heard of an adventurer who, after drawing a card, squeaked all the time.
Oh wow.
I was thinking more of you getting banished into like a
Plus the
tomb
cats.
that cannot be found via any divination. It can only be found via the wish spell, and you are stuck there in a unending sleep until somebody finds you and releases you.
Well,
I didn't say it was
those
good
spells
idea.
really aren't involved.
I just said I had an idea.
I kind of know where to get those.
Get what?
Wish spells.
You've got
No, I don't know
Balance and
this.
Comet, then John, then you're alive in the fates
I
and the
mean,
flames.
What's the
We,
process
we,
of
we
getting
might
there?
have
Just
to
the
fight
key, the
some
night, the moon, the
drier creatures. But yeah, I would know where to get a wish spell or two
the
if needed.
avatar of death, the star, the sun, the talons, the throne, the visor, the void.
You're losing your mind.
The void. Have you never heard that drinking song?
You're losing your mind.
That's my favorite drinking song.
That makes sense.
Like,
Tyler, where are you going?
whole of wait, quickly.
Just to watch
Has
everybody.
nobody heard that drinking song?
No, I mean I don't really visit bars very often.
Of course, I've heard it.
Well, yeah, you've heard me singing. You have not. You have not. Maybe I should be a minstrel. Sorry.
But
Everyone all contemplating, I ended up with a 27, flew up into the crow's nest to watch. Everybody just chat.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just an idea. I didn't say we had to do it or nothing.
so you want to sacrifice Phone and a
Phone volunteered. Why are you
Less
saying I want to
than-
sacrifice him? I don't get it.
4% chance of getting the card you want. If the card's even in the deck.
You do know that constructs are considered living creatures by the law, right?
No.
So, by asking someone to pull a card knowing that they could potentially die, you are assisting in suicide.
He offered!
I never asked him. This is the same thing
But you're
with the
not
guy on the
dissuading
road
him.
who committed assault on our group. I responded
Okay.
appropriate legally. And now we're talking about I volunteered
Hey,
him.
Cass,
I didn't.
do you-
I
We're not saying you
volunteered to
volunteered.
draw the card.
You're assisting a
Hey,
suicide.
Kess,
I'm assisting.
would your mother approve of that action?
Of letting somebody.
She wouldn't approve of any of this. Let's be honest.
I know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
How many cards are in the deck? How many cards does she have?
Disappointment to my mom, okay?
How many cards? Well, did I see that when I looked at the deck?
Do I
You
even
haven't
know?
opened it.
Do I know from when I opened it?
You know how many cards
Because I have no
there are.
idea, OC. I don't know if you told me.
Well, I'm gonna say because when she drew from it, right? She would know, right?
Yep, I'll message you real quick.
Okay.
And then also, how many cards is he going to say that he's going to pull? Because you have to announce how many you pull before you pull them. And if you don't pull that number, then all the cards come out and they all
When
have
he
it at
says
once.
this,
Oh, wow.
you hear this, and what's strange is your experience is a little bit different. What happened was the cards, once you made it known the intention to draw, They came out and you just picked one and they went back in the box.
I'm not gonna relay
We
that.
don't know that.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna keep that to
Well,
myself.
like I said, we had an idea. I didn't say it was a good idea. I didn't say anything. That's why I wanted you guys to get involved. Before we move
So how
on.
many are we gonna have
Still,
him
or
declared
is
any
there
pulls?
one
I don't
less?
know.
-1.
Got it.
I don't know if we.
Because he doesn't get on the first try.
Hey,
Again, she's up there.
Azyla,
Oh yeah.
how many cards are in the deck? How many cards you got left?
Left.
Yeah, that's where phone came from.
We also don't know how many were in it when she first got it.
Yeah.
8.
We were
They-
there for that.
There's
normally
8 cards.
Insane.
8?
So how do you know there's even the wish
Yeah,
card
no,
in
the
there?
card is-
Well, we don't. I mean, we don't know
Exactly.
anything.
Why are we doing this with them?
That
So we're
means
saying we shouldn't do it?
26 options.
So we don't
Because
do
we
it?
needed
There's 8
passports and
left.
Kess had a
4
way in.
to that are even an option.
Alright, fair enough.
And now
I
I
mean,
feel bad.
Just
leaving
thinking about
her.
it, I'm
Make a religion
spitball.
check real quick.
She's not the smartest.
Is it about Valenn?
Yes, and you may roll with
In like the
advantage.
street smarts of
You
ways.
said what?
Advantage.
2 11s, so it would be a 13.
I mean, you were told by Valenn that she might have a way to help, so it's reasonable to assume that maybe Valenn has some insight as to what cards might be in the deck.
He was bummed out when I reached out to him last because I was like, I didn't expect you to get back to me so soon. He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I feel bashful asking him again.
So you were able to get a message through to Valenn.
Yes, I spent all day meditating and in my trance trying to reach out to him. And when I did, he said Azyla had something like
And then I also have another question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say the wish card is pulled. I'm whispering this so Azyla can't hear it up on the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Do you want Azyla to have access to the most powerful spell ever created?
Well, that's if she. Well, yeah, because the phone draws it. Then, yeah.
Could we use
sense.
the wish spell to wish that the Demogorgon had never successfully taken
think
over
so.
Ivalice?
Exactly. I think we just solved it. We can end
But
the
then
whole
also,
adventure right now.
there's also, if I
Or
remember
even get to
correctly,
the island. Just
there's even a
level up to
card that
level
just lets you
15.
undo any event in history.
Alex removes the wish
Oh.
card from the deck of many
So there is, or
things.
there's
There is.
There is one.
That is an option. I don't know if it's one of the 8, but
Well, I think Valenn might know which ones are on the deck. I kind of got that idea.
what were his words?
What God said.
And teleport
What
out of
Alex said. All he said was that he had something, that Azyla had something that could help.
That Azyla
And-
has or may
I didn't
have.
think about that. to
No,
be
that she
honest.
has something. And maybe they-
OC knowing God's words.
Have you ever heard of an ancestral dream?
Maybe that she may have something. Yeah, she might
May
have
have
some-
something.
Well, she may have something to help.
Just a legend.
But, I mean, at least we now know that this is here.
So
Not
the,
playing with that wish
there's a
yet.
possibility
The
that the
more you
card is
know.
there.
Alright. Well, I
So
mean, I
all
could,
he
Maybe
told
that'll
you
be
is
our
that
backup?
there's a deck of many things. There's no
Yeah.
confirmation that the card we even need is in there.
well, to be honest, he didn't even tell me there were a deck of many things. All he did was tell me there was something, so I just found that.
So
I
you're
mean, we could just wait and I can ask him
What
to see
else
if he
did
knows.
Azyla have? That
I mean,
could have
just
been useful.
nothing. I mean, nothing else was in there that was out of the ordinary. I mean, her horn of alarming or whatever it's called, the horn of silent alarm, I think it's called. That won't get to him. It's 600 feet.
you're still up there, right, Azyla?
Yep.
Um,
Oh, I'm up here. I'm up here, all right.
did I recognize the staff of Pseudo Dragon? Given that I know who owned it.
I mean, how well did you know Creed, really?
Well, when did he disappear? How old was I when he
Well,
disappeared?
he hasn't disappeared yet. That's happening
So he's
right
still
now.
there.
Yeah.
Well, how much would I know about
Curry
Creed?
mugging.
How much would I know about Grieve? Like,
Get off my lawn!
I mean, Milo and
You've
I,
probably been whacked in the head by the staff as a child.
as a child, as that staff,
Yeah,
the
so that's
staff
what
of
he carries
Pseudo-Dragon?
around.
Yeah.
The fella's like, stop that.
Do I recognize that? It's like it's still got the little dent where he knocked me on the head with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it still hurts when it's cold.
Hey, Azyla,
What?
put it back.
As
Put it back.
As he shouts, you see Azyla holding the deck.
What? We're not ready yet.
What do you do after he tells you to stop.
I mean, otherwise,
well-
we'll send it. Live your life.
I mean, you are way up there.
Live, laugh, lobotomy.
Can I nope on out of this?
You know what? Just do it. Just do it. I'm optimistic. We can do it. It's
I'm
gonna be the one we want.
Grab you, and I'm gonna grab Cordio and get ready to cast teleport. It looks like this is
I
going bad.
swoop a Hysteria.
Do it.
Balthazar
Hysteria
comes down. What on earth are you guys doing? We're about to dock.
When he says that, I'm just gonna.
I let go of both of you.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're there?
She was gonna show us the card trick.
Yeah. We're way up there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting.
The last time she showed us it, we all got paper cuts though,
We'll
so
be-
we're a little...
Docking in like 20 minutes if you would like to gather your things and prepare this
perfect
block.
They're already gathered.
Yep, I've gathered all my
Yep,
stuff
we
up.
travel like.
Is
Cuts the back home.
I appreciate. I hope all your stays were comfortable and enjoyable. If there are any questions before you depart about Rabanastre or anything else, I'd be happy to answer them. But until then, I hope you enjoyed your stay on the Wyvern.
Yes, thank you very much for the trip. It was well worth the coin, I think. It was fantastic.
I'm just gonna float down.
So thank you very much for your hospitality.
What do you folks know about the region? Do you know the
I've been here before.
Proper greetings and all that?
What are the
Have
proper
they
greetings?
changed in a while? We were here like over 100 years ago.
Oh, so you probably don't know the like.
Honeymoon part 2.
So, it is polite to wave respectfully to others, especially shopkeepers, after you've made a good deal with them or whatever. So the wave goes like this: you push out, and then make a little circle and bow.
I'm gonna
Shout.
insight check him.
Circle and bow.
Yeah, I wanna insight as
Okay.
well.
Make an insight check.
Jeez, I'm rolling like shit.
Is that it?
Yep.
Mine is 13.
Mine is 18, and I can determine whether someone is lying to me with my ring of truth telling.
Anybody that rolled under a 17 has no clue.
It's a 24 for me.
Anybody that rolled above 17 knows he's telling the truth.
Does it look?
That's gonna be
And who did you say we do this to?
Shopkeepers, anybody of respect. It's like a handshake.
Is it like when we walk by them to say hello, or is it when we engage with them, purchase things,
Yes.
visit their store?
Yeah, you don't have to just do it to everybody that you
I'd
cross.
be doing a lot.
That also expected if we go
Excuse me, I'm
across
sorry.
like royalty.
Yes. Yep. Make sure you bow a little extra further for royalty.
Don't like.
Just Lane's customs. It is kind of cool down there. It's kind of cool. It's better than just like that.
Other than that, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, you guys look like well-traveled adventurers, so I imagine you'll get into some sort of trouble. Also, OC, I need to know who's keeping their tattooed cover at Ivalice. Phoenix.
Mine's
At all
trouble.
times.
Wait,
100%.
I got
What-
a long
what
sleeve.
are-
Mine is under wrappings. I
Okay.
have wrappings on
Ah.
mine.
What arm is it on? Or does
It's
it not matter?
It's the right. No, I'm sorry, the left. It'd be closest to your heart.
So, no. It would be covered by my arm blade.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to know. All right. Well, if there's nothing else,
Yeah, I'm wearing full breastplate. That's covered.
Items for us for our departure?
want like souvenirs?
Do you have any?
Potions or
make a persuasion check, Kess.
Do you
Can
have
she and Azyla help me?
guidance?
Sure.
I'm gonna pat you on the back. Like,
Mine's
like
only
you know those
Mine's
pennies
only
that people
3.
crush?
Wait, so I'll roll.
Do you have any themed
I'll
merchandise?
roll.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Let's see how well she rolls.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 plus 2. I avoided a nat 1. It was a nat 20 and a nat 1. Souvenirs? Do you have any?
Potions or
You know what you
Food?
guys
No,
did
anything. Like a little
do
knickknack.
exceptionally well on
Killing the leeches.
killing the leeches. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's been some morning drinking. I always drink in our ship. You know what?
Good neato.
He pulls out a sack. I said his sack. That would
Bad pilot.
Oh, you blessed us today.
You will discover the Vurries soon enough. A new racial
Did you say furries?
Vurries.
Vurries.
A new addition to Ivalice. You will know them when you see them. They like to trade. So he hands each of you a figurine, and I will allow you to pick whatever animal you want that figurine to look like.
I'm going to grab something out of my bag and keep it hidden, and then have it where only he can see it.
Okay. So that is his gift to you. You don't know what it does, if anything.
Said it's a figurine.
Yep. And it's an animal. It looks like an animal of your choice.
Does it have to be the animal, or could be also like, meaning like from the monster manual?
I already know what mine's
Sure,
gonna
could be
be.
anything about the monster manual. Here.
This week's dog.
Does this figurine do anything specific, or is it just
He said
whatever?
we don't know.
He said that you just said that the furries like to trade.
The furries.
Furries with
Furries
a
like
V.
to trade.
Oh no, if you think they're gonna let you get away with furries
Oh, I know.
after they wouldn't let you
I
get
knew
away
what
with
kind of
sex.
campaign I was building and who I was building it for.
Are there gonna be squirrels?
Not
Yeah,
this.
really?
They're squirrel-like, I guess.
Ooh, can I see the stamps? Sorry.
Sure.
Thank you.
Mel got me those.
Sorry,
Alright. Before you guys
I'm trying to clear my
get off the ship, is there anything else you want to do?
Ooh, look at Tiamat.
Nope. I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
trying not
Ready
to
get to
blind
eat.
people first.
Alright.
Is that Caddy right?
And then I will describe what you guys see once Azyla gets back.
Is there a
I'm gonna take a break.
what's his face? The guy I hate?
No. You were
just so you know, I've only got about a half hour left.
Okay, I've been keeping track.
Oh, there's repeats.
Yeah. Pete and Repeat were sitting on the bench. Give it back to Alex. It's not mine. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Okay, go buy me one.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I really like the Drit Steward and House Steward. What a guy. Bruder, Battlehammer. Courageous. Don't remember his last name. Caddy Bree. Don't remember her last name. Does Regis have one?
Yes.
Wolfgar. That was the other guy. I think it was him. And then, oh gosh, what was the assassin's name? Artemis Aturi. And then Jarlaxle, my guy.
The one, the other.
Jarlaxle with the little feather. I want to go back to the Vandal.
We're literally almost there. You don't want to keep listening to the books.
Yes, because I don't like the village part.
It takes place
Did
in
you
that
see my
trilogy.
one
Let's
extra
go.
famous session? Somewhat figurish one time.
I thought so. Did I not respond to it? It's true. Damn it, that's Trey.
Huh? What? What's me?
Yeah, I responded to that.
Kind of.
Kind of. Hang on, maybe I didn't see it. Okay. There's multiple different things, if that works. Ideas.
Okay.
Hey, Desi, you want to pull out the sweet treat that you mentioned earlier?
Oh yeah, I need to cut it.
Okay.
It should be nice and frozen.
That's what I'm looking for.
So the thing with it is that you're supposed to melt more chocolate and then dip it to kind of make it like a candy bar, but it's still good regardless.
Can you do that for a second?
Yeah, what?
Do you want to listen to everyone?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just cutting.
No, don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Alright, are we ready?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, through combination of you guys flying in and arriving to New Rabanastre, the city of Rabanastre is a mixture of Mediterranean look and think Arabian culture as well. A lot of the buildings are brown in color with these orange shingles on top of the buildings. There are many with round tops with sort of pointed spires. The people of Rabanastre are a mix of several different races. You see elves, lizard folk, paragons, aka Albrab people. You do see these strange looking individuals that you've never seen before. They stand about 2 feet tall, and they float. They have these sort of nubs for hands that almost look like paws, and then these almost cartoonish-like feet as they float in the air, and they have these really large bunny-like ears, cute faces, and they wear hats, and they kind of have these pom-poms for tails. And they float about the streets, and they make various trades with people.
Floating bunnies?
Kind of.
Are these the Vurries?
Could very well be. So
I guess.
you have on the map. There's several different numbers, and I posted a list of what each number means. This was given to you by Lars Wraithwall, so that you guys could make your way around the town to various places. And as you walk through the streets, you notice that there's a lot of sand in between the cracks between the stones. There's, in fact, those of you that have boots can feel the heat sort of coming through. And even when the wind blows, you can't help but feel the sand go into your lungs. And as far as markets, there's quite a few, and you see carts being pulled by these strange creatures that have these tall necks, black beady eyes, these hooves, and they're very llama-esque, but instead of fur or wool or whatever you want to call it, they are more reptilian. They have this bright white scales, and they sort of walk very gently and almost properly, like a trained horse in a show. They just seem to do that sort of naturally as they sort of float across the sand-covered streets. And you do notice that while there isn't a huge night force or security force, there are the presence of the judges, which are like the guard you saw at Lars's place in Neverwinter. You see they wear large armor that almost make them look Minotaur-esque, with large horns and dark red capes with the Bardoba family crest on it. Is there anything that I can clarify, or what does everybody want to do? Because I wanted to reiterate that I do intend this campaign to be somewhat sandboxy. You guys can do all the main stuff that you want, but there's going to be stuff that you guys can do optionally as well. Yes.
Do the guard people look at all like the Demogorgon or any of his like
Yeah. Do we see any chemical?
So especially because we recently
You don't know what a Demogorgon looks like.
encountered what like the goons of the Demogorgon looked like, and then we saw him coming off in the distance. Is there anything reminiscent of that in that guard's clothing?
2 heads, tentacles for hands.
No,
all miraculous feet.
it's more oppressive in nature rather than demonic. It is kind of intimidating, and the way that their sort of helmets are made when they speak, there is sort of like a very deep tone to it, like somebody's talking through a megaphone almost.
Okay. Is it reminiscent almost of like somebody going?
I guess if you want, they sound like James Earl Jones. So
Okay,
if you
excellent.
want to put it that way.
That's what we needed, thank you.
And that is exactly what I needed to complete that mental picture.
Who's James Earl Jones?
He voiced Darth Vader and Mufasa.
Yeah.
He passed recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, you do that for us?
So how do we want to do that? Do we have any?
So I know everybody has some goals they want to reach.
Right,
If there's
individual
specific places they want to go first. It is very early morning.
We need to find lodging. Are we lodging
Where are we
together?
going to go with
I
Adriana
would
to see
go
her family?
to Commons North then if we want to find lodging.
Yeah. But, ooh, that's actually a really good question. Were we
Because
going
weren't
to
they just outside of New Rabanastre?
What's that?
Adriana's family?
before we spend time in New Rabanastre, do we want to help
Thank
deliver Adriana back to her home?
Yeah.
I can wait. It's no big deal. You guys
sure?
have stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No big.
You literally said that you had been away from home for so long, and also that you really wanted to see your dad.
To be totally honest, I'm cool with kind of putting it off. I mean, what's a couple more days?
I'm gonna take her shoulders. Avoidance.
Is not the correct response.
No. True. No. Avoidance gives us momentary relief for the discomforts that we feel in our lives, but they do not lead to meaningful rest or relaxation. And oftentimes, the avoidance of things that are hard and difficult actually makes our lives more stressful for longer periods of time. And then I'm going to go from her shoulders to her face, and I'm going to say, do not miss time with your father. Like, sit with this. Are you trying to avoid an unpleasant conversation? Because if so, you might just be missing precious time with your father.
Plus, if we're outside the city, we may be able to finish our conversation with Azyla and her bag of tricks.
Yeah, because we're not going to do that here.
I mean, we'll have to probably rent some alpacas to get to my father's farm. That's just my concern.
How far outside the city is it?
It's about a day's ride.
How much do the alpacas generally cost to rent?
They're 10 gold a piece
Is that for purchase or for rent?
for rent.
How much are they to purchase?
Then why do we need alpacas?
Because
You
they
mean five.
glide across the sand. It's a lot safer.
This is an OC question. What challenge rating would you consider a alpaca?
About the same as a horse or a camel. So
Okay.
I've seen them now.
yeah,
So he can become a alpaca.
it's true.
I will not worry about renting one. I have one that I'll ride. I'm
Okay.
gonna tap my husband on the shoulder.
So would that mean that he'd be like a little mini alpaca because
No.
he's
It's full size.
Something's gonna happen when she comes back. Does anybody else want to chime in real quick?
Of where I'm going?
What is it that we're doing? Because I
What
went
I'm
to the
doing?
bathroom, so I'm kind of lost.
Well,
So
right,
we've
so-
arrived in the city, and I
Okay.
tried to do an overall
Describe it. Yes.
description of it.
And
Yeah.
who is it that we're talking to?
Adriana.
Okay,
you
so
guys
she
were
could
debating
walk
on where to
with
go
us.
next.
Gotcha.
She was saying that she's cool with waiting to go to her father's farm.
Okay,
If you
I
guys had
forgot
something
about
else
that
you
part.
wanted to do.
Okay. I mean, I know where I want to go. This is the first place I want to check out.
And you hear a voice say, "Greetings, Capo. Are you new to Rabanastre? I would be happy to help, Capo." And you see one of the Vurries kind of float up, and you see one of the
It is a
Balthazar
Vurrie.
come up. You see his little ears, and he's got like a little witch's hat, and he's wearing no other clothing other than that. And he's got these like almost like cartoonish looking eyes. I need everybody to make a charisma saving throw.
Is this what I think it is?
Fucking adorable.
Are you describing what I think you're describing?
Is it against being charmed?
Yes, it is
Okay,
against
then I
being
have
charmed.
advantage.
I have a +0.
Sounds like a thing off of Final Fantasy.
Terrible. 14.
Or
Okay.
You said a what now?
Charisma saving throw.
21.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
It's a +0.
The thing where you
Plus
crit
zero.
on a 19 or a 20.
13.
Is that just for attacks?
Just for
Just for attacks.
Yep.
So, 21.
All right. Anybody that rolled lower than a 15 is charmed by the Vurrie.
I love him.
You think he's the cutest thing ever.
I'm charmed without being charmed. I'm already.
Willingly fails the save.
It's adorable.
I want to reach
It's
down and like
absolutely
boop it on the nose.
Careful. He's sensitive.
Are you new to Rabanastre, Capo?
Yes,
Yes, we are.
very much so.
Are
Telepathically,
you
I'm
going
already
to help
shocked.
us
Stop
find our
talking.
way around?
For I would be
Why?
willing to trade if you have trinkets, gold,
Trade for what?
information,
What kind of information?
whatever you want.
Like anything? Like you know everything?
Well, I don't know everything, Capo.
Who's Capo? Are we Capo?
Because it came up
Are we
Capo
all
means
Capo?
friend.
Capo
Vurrie.
You cannot tell if I'm
Oh. Well,
Never.
I got this. I'm gonna reach and pull out my little figurine.
Okay.
Pull out my little figurine. It's a beholder. Like, I got this little
You
trinket
just don't know.
from a nice pirate
As far
this
as you know.
morning.
He pulls out his nub and kind of just grabs it.
Or I just get
How does he hold it? Like
It just floats there.
it just floats there.
Just remind me of
And
It is amazing.
If I'm
I
charmed,
agree.
would
I
that
accept-
mean I'm not able to tell if he's lying or not? Like use my ring, or would I
sure.
still be able to?
Yeah, so you take him at his word.
Okay.
And he sort of pulls apart his fur and sticks it into his fur and closes it up.
Do you know where I can find a big old library with all the books about the history of your lovely land?
Of course.
Like fur, I want.
Well, you have to be born in the Feywild where I'm from.
I have a question for you. And I pull out the little trinket that was given to us on the boat.
Uh-huh.
Someone told me that you guys like trading and then provided this to me. Can you explain?
What's yours?
A fox.
Well, where I come from, we like trinkets, shiny things, and things to put in our little collections. So, I'd be happy to exchange that for information. If you're looking for a library, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Check out the Market District.
Market District. Okay.
Also check out Atreus's Books and Crooks.
We need to go see
Atreus's Books and Crooks.
Yes, Capo.
Where is?
Well, thank you very much, Kipo. Anybody else?
Where is Atreus?
It's very helpful.
The Market District.
The market district? Do you have any more specific information about where I can potentially find his shop?
It's the one with a giant rocket ship on the front of the sign.
Well, thank you. I'm going to reach into my bag of holding, and I am going to find a. It's not a prototype, but it's maybe like the second version of the hair clip that I tried to give to Eilistraee. So it's a shiny piece of like stained glass almost.
Ooh. He takes out the beholder and trades you for it.
Thank you.
I want that fox. What would you be willing to trade for it, Capo?
What do you have that I might want?
I have this. What was it again?
It's essentially like a crescent moon stained glass piece.
I have this crescent moon that I recently acquired. I also have more information if you would like to know other things, Capo.
How long does
Sadly,
the
right
charm
now, I
last?
think you've already answered my question.
So you're done speaking to him.
I'm currently only looking for Atreus.
Which market is it district?
So everybody's looking for Atreus.
It's just the Market District. It could
Yeah,
also
we're
be.
building one.
It also wouldn't help to.
Why are you coming
Well, it's
this way?
big. It wouldn't help. It would help to
He needs
check out the
rating
Grand
sometimes.
Bazaar. There's many there's many shops of higher statuary in that area.
How tall is this thing?
About 2 feet.
I want to like sit down on the ground and just start petting it.
Well, he's floating to your guys' eye level.
I mean, their eye level is
Right,
still
I'm
short.
2 feet. He's
I'm
like
6
my
foot.
height.
So he's like just confused, like just kind of like bobbing up and down, who he's talking to.
So I just sit down to be at everybody else's level, and then I just want to pet him.
What does capo mean?
Friend.
Fred.
It's their language for friend. Isn't that sweet? I bet
Would you like to trade for more information?
capo.
OC, I'm trying to decide if there is other information that
My hand is still on your mouth.
What's your goals that you want?
my goal right now is just to find Adrius.
I want to scratch under
I
its chin.
guess it's all the information needed.
What?
I feel like these things are kind of all over the place, so if you ever need to ask
They
them
are
again,
all over the place. You see a couple
Yeah.
other ones down the street.
so we can, later on we can just ask them stuff.
How about this?
If you want
given us
information, just ask Vurrie.
How about this? You've given us some good information now. I'll go ahead and give you the trinket because you like it so much.
I do.
How about I trade this now, and if I need to find you again in the future, I might give you a little extra, and I can call in a favor.
Sounds good to me, Capo.
And I give him the fox.
Capo.
Yep.
Can I?
So now I've got a favor from a Vurrie.
Would you also like to purchase
Capo?
something, Capo?
I would like to cast detect magic on him while that interaction is going on. 'Cause I
Okay.
can do it at will.
Alright.
So the Furry is now at
It's
will.
very magic.
Okay. So, you know, Pulp Fiction, when they open up the briefcase, it's very shiny. It's like, that's, once you detect magic, it just glows.
Is my husband currently engulfed in this one's magic?
Yep. And everybody else that's currently charmed.
Who else is currently
no.
charmed?
Is
I am.
it just these two?
I will please.
He willfully. There's just the two of us who are not
I
charmed.
passed it with a 26, but I chose to fail.
You can do that.
Yes.
I was 1 below.
Yeah, just barely.
I just want to keep petting it.
Looking around, are there like lots of furries interacting with people?
Not a lot, but there's one every 30 feet or so.
That's okay. Okay.
They don't seem to need any harm.
No.
Of course not.
It's
They're
not like
lovely.
they're gremlins.
They're amazing.
Very cute.
So is
You're
it?
When you say
Yeah,
gremlins,
water.
he spits on the floor.
Whoa.
You have feelings towards them.
Non-capos.
Yes.
They destroyed my village.
Oh,
Very.
I'm so
yeah.
sorry to
Sorry,
hear that.
Capo.
They manipulate people and then eat them. We just want to help. We sort of like just.
Insight.
That's why I said that you're cute.
He just wants to help everybody.
Wow, I'm rolling
Aren't
bullshit.
capos amazing?
We'll kill gremlins.
Can I
Vurrie's
help
capos.
if we're doing it together?
We should
Which
murder
one of us
all
has
the
higher
gremlins.
insight?
We
my
should
insight
murder
is plus
every
2.
gremlin.
Would you
Where,
roll?
that should be the
Where
first
are
thing
the
we do.
gremlins?
Okay.
I already
Second
killed them.
one.
Where do you find them? What's
So
the
do
care
help.
of them for you?
Oh, there are none here. That's
Oh,
why
that's
we're
so
here.
much better. Dirty 20.
Oh.
You get the sense he can't. That the charm is a natural thing, like how a skunk naturally just stinks. It's an aura. He's not purposely charming everybody.
It is important to me that you know that skunks do intentionally spray.
You get my point, though.
Okay, but I think that was just a very important
But-
thing.
When they get
Ferrets
run
take
over, they
plants.
can't control it.
Ferrets
Sure.
take land.
Yes.
Okay. So
Ferrets naturally stink because their sanguines just excrete.
I was asking more specifically about the gremlins.
I
and
apologize. I
the
did not mean to insult any skunks that may or
Oh,
may
you're
not be
fine. It was important to me that you know that like if it comes towards you and then flips its butt, you need to skedaddle.
handstand.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They don't
was there
naturally
anything else that you were trying to get from that insight? No. Okay. Sweet.
I was just trying to make sure that it was
Successful.
successful.
Well,
Enjoy your stay in Rabanastre.
Do you want to
Thank
come
you
with
very
us?
Yeah, where
I
are you going
can't.
after this?
I have so many other people to help.
I'm gonna
Is
cast
it
suggestion
crowded?
on him. So he has to make a
oh
wisdom
my god.
save.
Am I gonna have to counter spell
Please
you right now?
don't do that.
What's the possibility of me taking my
I
bag
just
of
really
holding
want you
and
to be afraid to be safe.
No.
I think he'd be safe with us. Wouldn't he be safer with us?
I-
He would never
So
get
So
us.
we need to go.
He's gonna start to.
I am going to roll an attack to grapple everyone by the scruff of their neck and just start dragging.
And it's strange. Once out of view, those of you that were charmed are no longer charmed.
He was cute, I guess.
There's
I was
wonderful
literally
creature.
just gonna start grabbing earlobes and scruffs and like dragging people.
I was already grappled.
Yeah, you
Right,
were
I
grappled.
used to grab it the whole time.
Ew.
Wow, those creatures are amazing.
Don't like keep
Are
away
you-
from me.
So
I think you're gonna encounter them. Maybe just now
I
that
guess
you know what
the rocket
to
has a-
expect.
yeah, he's got a bookstore.
I've never seen a
I
rocket
fly,
before.
keep distance.
I've never seen one either. It's
What is a
space
rocket?
thing.
Why are you talking
It's-
like quantum? What is a rocket?
I mean, let's go find out.
OC, I have a small request. If it's doable, can we
Don't kill your
wait
cat.
to go after Atreus until next session?
So that way you can be here for
You
that.
can be here
Yes,
for it?
because I'm gonna
Yes.
leave here in like 10ish.
10 Okay.
So if that's something that can wait, and it's not gonna get in the way of story arc.
Oh yeah. That's really cool.
So we are getting ready to walk through a market district. Does anybody have anything that they want to buy?
I don't know about buying, but
If I might suggest something,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will say, remember the Phoenix tattoos. It might also be important to
Go to the Order of the Phoenix.
go to the Phoenix Temple.
Yeah.
If I don't know that. I mean, that's also kind of story driven, but it's not specifically for because Atreus is obviously part of your
Specifically,
character
right?
role,
Yeah.
as well as theirs.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
did theirs
I mean, we
already.
do need to like. I think it'd be a good place to kind of figure out what the heck is on our
Let's
tattoos
go
and our
to,
arms.
yeah, let's go to the.
Baptized.
Where is
But-
this the temple we were baptized on, or is it a different one?
It's the same one.
Yeah. So let's. Well, you know, like while we're
It's so
here,
long since we've been
would
there.
anybody like to see the place where we were baptized on our last honeymoon? Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Holy cow!
Let's go.
I didn't know
I
it was-
look
it's
around.
here?
We might learn more about feathers.
Yeah, we gotta learn about the thing that we got. Remember? Don't you
As
know why when you
Kess
touch the
directly
thing?
references the tattoo that is hidden.
Yeah.
My eyes are just gonna go skyward.
Elizabeth, how do I put this? If they do, when they go to this today, you're not going to miss anything that's important for your character specifically, or the tattoos. So
Okay.
it'll still be important for them to go,
Right.
but you won't miss anything that you just have to give them the recording, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, nothing character specific.
yep.
So with my arm blade, I was thinking the way that I have it wrapped, the feather can kind of be seen through like little sections. So
Okay.
not like straight visible, but just like
I'll keep that in mind. What does your character want to be doing while they're doing other stuff? Do you want to fall silently behind, or do you want to go do something else?
I'm gonna go secure us some lodging for the night.
It's a good idea.
How will we get in contact with you to find the lodging?
I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm just going to the North Commons to go find lodging.
What time of day is it?
Early
And
to
you'll
late
probably
morning.
find me at one that's a tavernish place.
It's early in the morning. Do we want to meet up at Atreus's in the evening?
I feel like that's doable.
Is that we could have meet evening next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and go secure the lodging.
That's a great plan.
So you guys want a room? Do you guys room separately?
are there
Yeah,
trees
I was just
around?
Cactuses.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna book 4 rooms then.
I'll give you a price here in a moment. I'm a look.
Did you need me to toss any coin?
I don't think so.
It'll be 4 gold per person.
Per person or per room?
Per person.
Even though we're splitting a room?
Yeah. Per person.
Okay.
However, they will not charge for service animals, so there is that.
I'd kick up a fuss if it did. Alright, so I need to know the name of this inn. Just to put you on the spot.
Yep. No, I've got it, man. You ready?
Yep.
It's called Titans Inn.
Of course it is.
Nice. That's where we belong.
If anybody has any questions about the city and how I've chosen to describe it throughout the maps and location section, please feel free to ask.
The only other thing that I will be doing other than securing it in is getting more food for
Astrea.
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 Because I have run out.
Phone can bunk in my room with me. He's just following silently along.
Yep. That's what knights do.
We're gonna head up to. So the Order of the Phoenix. It said it was near number 4, which is the.
Yep. Temple of
Circle.
Galatea.
Yep. Circle of Pantheon.
Yep.
So we would be heading up that way, right? As a group. Is our first order of business.
Is that what everybody wants to do?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So this area, he knows there's a lot more statues, in particular, of a phoenix. You see one that's sort of rising out of an egg, and you see another that is battling with the Demogorgon himself. This is the largest one that's sort of in the center, and you see its beak sort of lashed on to the Demogorgon's shoulder, to the left of one of its heads. The Demogorgon is kind of battling with it, and there's a plaque that says, "In memories of those we lost during the Titanfall." And then you see various statues of different historical figures that are dressed in phoenix robes, from different kinds of races and backgrounds. You see a couple monks and priests wearing these robes that are made of these bright red and orange feathers. You guys continue. Do you stop and talk to anybody?
Do any of them look familiar?
No, it's been too long.
How's the atmosphere? Is it like uplifting? Is it peaceful, tranquil?
It's more tranquil and a lot less busier than the city because it's a holy place. You haven't really spotted much judge presence, but you do see a young boy sitting on sort of a ledge, and he has short blonde hair, and he wears this vest and these baggy pants and sandals. You notice that his left hand is missing, and he's got a hook. He's sort of sitting there, sort of playing with a yo-yo. It's the only individual that sticks out, but you do see the temple.
In the center, you gotta kill him.
Send this whole straight to Taylor.
OC, so I know what we're talking about. Is this what a Demogorgon is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of the thing from,
You're thinking of the
Stranger
Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
no.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
God,
So-
answer.
He's right there.
Oh, okay.
But the way that's the way he looked in 4th edition. This is the
Gotcha.
way he looks in 5th edition. But I mean, it's a beauty.
Same general
Okay.
configuration.
Yes, Mariah.
How does Kess react to seeing the child with the hook?
How do you react, if at all?
To see him playing with
A
a
yo-yo.
yo-yo, just sitting there.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's his expression on his face?
He's just
That's
kind
what
of
folks
just
say.
he's just like a kid that's just playing. So he's not. There's nothing bad or anything.
Alright. I mean, I see him. Just like, he lost his hand. That's sad.
Oh, I have an unrelated question
I was-
while we're traveling.
I was gonna wait to see if Kess responded or if anyone else interacted with the child, and if they continue moving up, I'm gonna telepathically tell Cordio that I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna go approach the child.
And I don't think I said if I did. I don't know if I said or not. He looks to be about 10.
So no, I'm not going to approach. approach him.
So,
Yes, you guys do see Solra approach him. He stops. Hello.
Does anything ever happen around this area? Seems pretty quiet.
Nothing of interest ever happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever had anything of interest happen to you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Have you been around New Rabanastre a lot?
Yeah, that's where I live.
Have you always lived here?
All my life, I guess.
I am new in town.
You
But
look it.
Been here before. Yeah, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. But the last time I was here was before the fall of the Titans.
It's a long time ago, before I was born.
Oh yeah. Which was, what, about 16 years ago?
20.
20-ish years ago that you were born. I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
I'm gonna guide myself.
It's not a child.
It's a demon.
It's a halfling.
Posing as a
Two
child.
halflings in a trench coat.
Wow, they'd be the same height. They don't need a trench coat.
Exactly.
So that's a 4. That's going to be a magical 8. Because I rolled a 2 on the dice.
Hard to read. He seems disinterested.
Do you... Are you waiting for somebody?
No, I'm just hanging out. It's quiet here.
Do you like the quiet?
I do.
So I bet you'd like it more if I stopped talking to you.
Better than the judges, I guess.
I'm gonna look down at his hand. Did they do that to you?
Bye, Elizabeth. Bye, Elizabeth.
Bye, Elizabeth!
Bye, Elizabeth.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thanks
but
for having.
I stole
What did you steal?
an apple. I'm just hungry.
Is there anybody else around us?
Just your group.
Okay. I'm gonna telepathically essentially broadcast the conversation to Cordio, and I am going to have Cordio explicitly tell Kess what the child is telling me.
It sounds like he lost his hand because he stole an apple.
Did you steal the apple because you were hungry?
Yeah.
How do you know that? What are you talking about? You messing with my head, Cordy? That's not
No,
right.
Sora's telling me. She's talking to him.
So, do you have enough to eat now?
Yeah, my mom and I are in a better spot now. We don't live in Lowtown anymore.
Do you
We have
have
a nice
any?
little hut to ourselves.
I'm glad to hear. Do you have any information about the Phoenixes? Not the Phoenixes. Yeah, the Phoenixes? Not the Phoenixes. Shit, what are they called? The Titans. Jesus.
Titans of Galatea.
Yeah, the stories.
Everybody knows about them. But
Yeah.
of course, I mean, that's... Someday they're going to come back. You watch.
Do the judges get mad when people talk about the Titans?
No.
Do the judges get mad when people talk about Galatea?
No. They seem disinterested.
What about the Phoenix?
I mean, I think even the Bardoma family knows that people have to have hope.
I am going to...
Anyway, it's getting weird.
I'm going to grab 2 gold
And he's going to hop off.
from my pouch, and I'm going to slip it into his hand before he leaves.
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, Maddie, let's go. And you see a little cat sort of
I'm happy.
Slide a hand that 2 gold she just gave him.
And I'm going
I'm
to...
just kidding.
You're not That's a really good way to get banished.
You did not notice her.
We'll take your hand.
I was actually going to say, if you steal from a child in front of me, you're going to get banished. So I'm gonna
And then
walk.
put in the hole where bad people go, and then you're left there.
Yeah. Try and see. I don't even know what my alignment is. That still won't play. So I'm gonna walk back, and I'm just gonna kind of slip my hand into Cordio's, and then I'm gonna look Kess directly in the eye.
So,
Hungry. And he stole an apple.
yeah.
And he lost his hand.
I mean,
If you think that's justice,
why is it? What do you mean if I think that's justice? It's not my law. I didn't come up with it.
if you
Why is all of your stuff directed at me? What do you hate? Why do you hate me so much? So is it because I hang out with Azyla?
I didn't know hate was
Is
in
that
your
right?
vocabulary.
yeah, actually, this is a new word for you.
I'm on a new continent. Never been here before.
New continent, new Kess.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, so
What
did the
happens
kid
are
already walk
Ivalice
away?
stays in
Yes.
Yeah.
If you try and steal
After
from
I heard
child,
that, I want to go kind of find him.
Okay.
we're watching you.
You want to pull from the
That's
deck
fine.
of cards?
Have him
But
pull
no,
the next
essentially,
card.
what I will just be like is just question everything. Because if a regime is willing to take a child's hand for being hungry, the atrocities that they're willing to commit
Yeah.
will be multitudes larger.
And I was gonna say, like, I understand having laws, but some people take it way too far. In my opinion,
And it's
we have
not
to
just,
respect the laws of the land because we're here. But you don't think so?
it's not just you that I have these conversations with.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look to where Oren is generally stands in our party, and I'm like, yeah, you're not the only one.
Well, I
It's
mean,
just he's very quiet.
yeah, I'm just.
Well, Nero's not even here. He's getting
Oh,
lodging for you guys.
Oren?
Oren.
Or,
Or
yeah.
Yeah, Nero's definitely.
Yeah. What I said was not untrue.
Yeah,
I don't
so
hear
Solra
anything.
said we're keeping all
Azyla,
these
you're gonna look
things.
for the child and he's just gone. He's disappeared.
However,
Well, do I have the feeling that he's going to come back to that spot at some point?
Maybe.
I'll leave a couple pieces of food for him there in a spot and hope that he gets it.
Azyla
Okay.
does
And
have
then
a heart.
walk back to the group.
I was like, well, that's care. Just
But we don't know.
Yeah.
Are there any job boards as we're walking around?
Job boards? Not in this area. But it might be a good idea to check out the market district after you guys are done here.
Is there a thieves guild?
No.
That you
Just
know
a bunch of people with like no hands and no legs.
You got both your hands. You're like
They
new
waddle in
here, aren't you?
packs.
Yeah, they're both hooks. They're all hooks.
As you get closer to
Slinging schlack.
the the Temple of Galatea,
Okay.
somebody approaches you in robes. May I help you?
Yes, we were visiting. We're just visiting this city, your wonderful city, and we heard so many great things about Goddess Galatea, and we wanted to pay our respects as we're visiting our city, our town, by visiting our temple. Excuse me.
Okay. It is every child's right of Galatea to do so. May I be of assistance? Or are you
Yeah,
here
what's your
just
name?
to bless her waters? My name is Isha.
Aisha.
And Aisha is a half-elven young woman with short brown hair.
How do you spell Aisha?
Isha.
Like how young? Like a late teenager or like an adult?
Adult.
Just young adult.
Adult.
Okay.
Are you a priestess of the temple?
I am.
Are you one of Galatea's loyal followers?
Of course. As we all are, whether we know it or not.
Oh, would you mind just taking us on a quick tour of the temple to
Of course.
show us all the wonderful things?
We were actually baptized here many years ago.
Congratulations.
Oh.
As
What
usually,
was his name?
As usually only
What was his
for
name?
marriage ceremonies.
Is Father Riven still around?
Father Riven has since passed. I'm sorry.
Did
How
he
long ago?
pass in the fall, or
He did. We lost many good people that day. Please, follow me.
No.
So she sort of takes you inside the temple, and you see the glass panes are what you would expect. They're drawings, not drawings, arts of the Phoenix. But you notice that there are other windows that represent the other Titans as well. See one that looks like it's almost made of ice. You see a woman with long blue hair, pointy ears, pale blue skin. You see another one that is a brutish-looking man that is bald and sort of almost Hulk-like, but with deep red skin and piercing orange eyes. You see another that is looks like a large pterodactyl of sorts, except instead of leathery wings, they have these blue feathers. You see one that looks like he has a body made of fire, and the fire burns orange and red, sort of like you see through the Galatea art as well. You see another one that looks like a very tall man with a long, almost Santa Claus-like beard that holds a staff and has long purple robes. You see another that is underneath water and is sort of shaped like this serpent with this long sort of tentacles coming out his back. You see another that is this knight dressed in ceremonial armor with 4 different horns, and he rides a horse and has a pike. And last but not least, there's one panel that's blank.
Oh, it's
Titan of Love.
The Titan of Love.
You see statues that sort of match these ones. And you see different individuals sort of praying at these altars. You see one that kind of sticks out. There's a woman that has short white hair, these almost dog-like ears. She has a bandana around her eyes as she prays. And she has these purple robes with feathers all over it, and she kind of holds her staff that has like a blue globe on top of it as she prays.
Is it like a high priestess or something? Or like
yeah, she's dressed differently from the others, but the feathers are still somewhat, despite being a different color, very similar to what everybody else is wearing.
Is Isha still with us?
Yeah.
Can I ask her if she knows anything about the Titan of Love?
The Titan of Love has been forgotten. It is part of the curse that had happened during the fall.
Did we learn about the Titan of Love when we were here taking the waters?
Yes? I could have sworn you knew what it was, but it's like...
So it's like there's a fog.
It's like there's a fog.
Okay.
If this was a lost kingdom, per se, there would probably be like a really loud sound.
Oh, like
Like Elizabeth said.
I remember. Shit, what was the priest who baptized us?
Ribbon.
Father Ribbon. I remember Father Ribbon told us about the Titan of Love, but I don't
Remember anything else?
I can't remember anything more than that. Do you all have any texts or anything, or is that all illegible at this point?
I'm sorry, I was laughing at something. What did you say?
You know the synopsis, or you want me to go back through it?
Please.
I was just asking if they have any like written texts that may talk about the Titan of Love, or if those have been like lost as well in the fall.
We have the texts. They are all blank.
Could I know that this is a lot because I haven't even introduced myself. Are they open to the public?
Yes, they are not to leave the temple, though.
Could I be shown them?
And no longer loves.
Let me ask.
Totally missing.
Let me ask Sister Yshta. So she
Yshta!
Yshta?
Yshta the sister!
Yshta the sister?
Mishka, Mushka,
You-
Mickey Mouse.
No, Yshta?
Sorry.
She is our oracle.
Yeah?
We recently learned about Yshta. We're encouraged to make her acquaintance.
Yeah.
Purchase the real.
I can go grab her for you.
Thank
Just
you.
give me a moment.
I would appreciate that. And ask if I can see the feelings when I repeat the back to her.
Okay. Give me a few moments. Feel free to look around. I do not want to interrupt her prayer. And she goes and stands behind the woman in purple feathers and waits.
Just looms over.
So, so everybody that's standing around the Titan statues looks like they're engaged in prayer.
They're either praying, some are reading, some are talking about. You see a couple of people there in like confessionals that are obviously city folk because they're not dressed in the robes. You can't hear exactly what they're saying because they're speaking very quietly and sometimes in different languages. But it is a very busy place.
Are there any like feather markings or any symbols of the phoenix that we can see around?
Well, I mean, the stained glass has the phoenix itself, and then obviously the wings have feathers on them. But none of the priests, I mean, the ones that might have their sleeves rolled up, you don't see the tattoos or anything like that. There's no specific just feathers. However, there you do see the pool where you guys got baptized, and there are feather markings around it.
I'd like to investigate the pool.
Okay.
It's just one big open grand chamber.
Yeah, you can tell there are doors to other further rooms, but this is sort of like, I mean, think of big church. There's pews and all sorts of stuff and statues. It's sort of like a mix of a main chamber inside a church and also a museum.
Like a museum, so there's like things to look at.
Yeah, like the
artifacts,
the
and stuff?
statues.
Anything
mostly. Make a perception check.
An 11.
Okay.
It's a +7.
Yep. You do see on a platform a familiar banjo. And you see where it looks like there have been rocks thrown at it and fruit and whatnot.
Milos Banjo.
And it says, "He who forsakened our land below it." And you do see somebody comes in and kind of picks up a rock and tosses the rock at it.
See that?
And you see one of the strings, and it looks like it's been hit quite a lot.
1 second. That banjo has a name.
It's not. It may not be Milo's main banjo, but you definitely recognize it as one of his banjos.
Okay, so it's not okay. So I recognize it's not his main banjo
Correct.
because it changes things greatly.
Yeah, it's
that has family significance.
It's one of his banjos,
Okay.
and maybe that he used for different ceremonies or whatever.
Is there anything else, like any other information on the plaque or anything like that about like this horrible atrocity and these
No.
horrible people? Nothing.
No.
And there's what, like a bucket of rocks are just ready to be thrown
Yep.
at this
And it looks like people bring in fruit to like throw at
in
it
a
too.
church of all places. I think
Hey,
forgiveness.
Look at that.
Forgiveness.
I'm
Where's
gonna
forgiveness?
grab a rock and chuck it at it because it looks fun.
Hey, no, don't do that.
It looks fun.
Blend in. I get it. Blend in.
Yeah, throw a rock, Kess.
I'm okay.
Azyla, you hear a voice behind you. Greetings. How may I be of service? And you turn, you see a shifter. And again, I'll describe her. She has short, white hair
Yes,
and these very like short pigtails, dog-like ears, and she has a mask over her eyes. You see just like on the outskirts of these third-degree burn marks that the mask is primarily covering.
Pay attention.
And
He did the taps.
she has sort of like a white sash around her neck that is made of bright white feathers, and the rest of her robes are made of black and purple feathers. She holds a staff with a blue orb on top of it.
This is Isha.
No, this is...
Yshta.
You don't know who this is. She hasn't
Yshta.
introduced herself. Aisha said you wish to speak with me.
Me?
I am Yshta, Oracle of Galatea.
Can we see this happening?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn back around.
I grab Kess, pull you along with us.
Hi.
I'm just gonna stand there awkwardly until they come up.
All 3 feet of us.
Hi. No. If you, oh my gosh, guys, we could be a tall villain, which is just the 3 of us stacked up in a trench coat.
True.
And me, just normal size.
Yep. Hi, are you, Yshta? Sister Yshta?
I am. And when she talks to you, she kind of looks in your general direction, but she's obviously not completely sure where you're at. So she looks kind of at you, but not
As if she's
at-
blind.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the bow as well back. Just
And
a sign of
she
respect.
says, and with you, does it back.
Race.
Huh?
Race. What's his name?
She's a shifter.
Shift.
No. Razal Wraithwall. What is his first name?
Lars?
Larza?
Larza. Yeah, thank you. Larzal Wraithwall. Larzal Wraithwall sent us, or gave us your names.
Her ears perk up. It's you.
Um,
Of course. Come with me quickly.
all right, that works. I also had some questions.
We must speak privately.
All right.
She
Yeah, that works.
sort of guides you guys through one of the doors,
Secret tunnel.
and she leads you into this office and goes towards a bookshelf and sort of runs her hands along the books, pulls one out, and the bookshelf sort of slides to the left. Follow me.
Can I make note of which book it was?
Oh, same.
Sure. It's the middle one, 5 to the right.
Is it Ender's Game?
What row?
The middle row.
But what column? Or
The middle column.
The middle column.
So, the middle row. So
Yeah,
that
there's-
third
okay,
one,
so there's only
5
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are big books, like big religious texts.
Ender's Game.
Yep.
So the middle row, the 5th one to
you
the
notice
right.
that when she pulls it, it says Galatea's game.
Thank
You're welcome. And you see down this spiral staircase. You see different flame torches as you guys kind of go down spiral.
Are there 7 different flaming torches?
No. But she eventually takes you down into this basement, down to this sort of study chamber, and you notice there are no torches lit in this room, and she sort of waves her staff, and a bunch of candles start to get lit up. I apologize, I've not had outsiders in a while.
It's a neat trick. I like the dark zone.
It's always like that for me.
Fair enough.
How may I be assistance, Solra?
We.
My name is Yshta. I've heard of each of you. Cordio, she motions your way. Azyla, Kess Hornblower, and of course Nero.
Phone.
Oren? He's not here.
Right, Oren. OC, that was not a mistake.
Write that down. Write that down.
How may I be of service?
Did
Is it true? May I see them? And she, if you allow her, will. And when she touches your arm, she has these almost like talon-like hands that are somewhat bird-like.
I need like a minute. This is a lot of stress. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be the one that pulls my arm out.
She
instantly.
feels it. It's true. And she feels yours.
Alright, you gotta put it back on.
You all have the markings.
Yes.
Oh, how does
Uh-huh.
I touched body.
The summoners have returned.
So we've heard.
Yeah.
The other one.
He's currently getting logic. He a moment away from us, which is valid.
Okay.
Do you have the books that what was his name? Father Ribbon used to use to teach about the Titans, specifically the Titan of Love.
I could gather them. The text about the Titan of Love would be of no use. I'm told they are blank.
I understand that, and I have the greatest of faith in your order's ability to discern that, but we like to leave no stone unturned.
Of course. Anything for the summoners. Do you wish... These are tumultuous times. Do you plan to stay anonymous, or are you joining the church? What is your intention?
We just got here.
Probably stay anonymous for now, just so we don't cause any unnecessary
We don't
uproar.
want the ruling family to recognize our return quite yet.
Yeah, especially when we don't really know what we're dealing with.
Well,
Just
besides
say-
with the Morgan.
Yeah.
You should know Winslow Peterson just arrived in Northwood.
Oh, he's back. He'll find me. Yeah, he does.
In Nardorf.
Winnie?
I said back in Nardorf or back here?
That's what she said back in Northwood.
Oh, just arrived back in Nardorf.
Yep.
Did someone reach out to you and let you know?
I'm an oracle. I see things that can be, and sometimes things that will be, and other things that are.
Wow, that's
Since my
amazing.
injuries, my powers have dwindled somewhat. She kind of touches her face, but I still have my uses.
Can you, and I'm sorry if this is too much to ask, but can you see if there would be something to prevent me from reaching out to a
Patron?
greater power?
I would be more than willing to do a prayer ritual with each of you individually if it would help.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Sounds like a blast.
It is my purpose, the end of my trail, to help you guys to defeat the Demogorgon.
Is this where your trail ends?
Or is that just as far as you can see?
This is as far as I can see.
So this is where the paths of fate align? Where they end?
It's my beliefs, but I know that Galatea's light will shine on us once again.
So mote it be?
Well, I fear being insensitive, but I'm also very curious. May I know how your injuries occurred?
There was another that came shortly before you arrived, also asking about the Titans. He had the same tattoo. He was a tiefling with a single horn, long white hair. I read his future,
Andreas?
and I was burned for it.
Did he have bugs crawling all over him?
No,
Oh.
I do
One
not
horn
know.
devil.
There's one way to describe it. I saw his past and was burned for it. The gods do not like you peeking into their business.
He's a god?
He's
Perhaps related to one.
evil.
A child of Asmodeus.
Perhaps I did not see who attacked me. And she hesitates for a second. Just the summoners. And she unties it, and on her face you see what looks like a handprint, like something that grabbed her face where the third degree burns are at.
I see.
And then she puts it out. And the burns look fairly recent.
You said this one horn tiefling also had the mark?
He had the same tattoos that you have.
Was it the same as ours, or was it just a normal tattoo?
It's the same as yours.
Huh.
He also is a summoner, apparently.
How long ago did he get here?
Less than a week ago, I believe.
How long ago is that in relation to when we got our tattoos?
I mean, you guys were, I believe, unconscious for like 5 days or so.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, so it's been 15 or 16-ish days.
So essentially like 3 days.
I apologize if this brings up bad memories.
After hearing that he was here within the week, I'm gonna like slowly kind of back away. You're gonna see me. Roll to 23.
Artemis, you don't want to stay for this?
One horn devil. Bad news.
Well, yeah, he burned her.
Yeah, I mean, stick with us.
Do you recognize this one-horned devil?
In dreams.
In your dreams, you recognize this
Need
one-horned devil.
to kill. Need to be
You don't have to do
stronger.
that alone.
Right. We can help you. Sounds like he's...
Killed family.
Yshta walks over and she places her hand on your shoulders. Perhaps we could pray on it. Just the two of us. He has also wronged me as well.
Did I say Artemis instead of Azyla?
I think so.
I started typing my notes like, wait, that's not the right name.
If you will allow me, I can have a session with each of you.
Sure. Do you have the strength for it now?
I will find it.
Where would you like us to wait while we are not with you?
Just here is fine. I have another secret chamber in my secret chamber.
It's always
Secret
good to
to
have an
secret.
extra secret chamber.
That's a good idea.
But if there's more questions or things I can clarify as a group before we start, I'd be more than happy to.
Do you know where the Titans, which Titans are where?
I know that they linger around the Wraithwall tombs. Though they are infected by the Demogorgon, they can't help what they naturally are.
Do you know if the Cordovas draw their power from the Demogorgon?
The Demogorgon draws power from them.
Can the Demogorgon be a patron?
I'll show you what I saw when the attack happened.
Okay.
I was there. When she taps her staff and does major image, you see almost a giant kaiju-like fight scene between Galatea and the Demogorgon. You see Galatea sort of take a chunk out of the Demogorgon's hide. The fight is quite brutal. It's not like the Demogorgon didn't get out of this unscathed. And in fact, when he was coming after you, now that it's kind of clear in your mind and you aren't afraid of dying now, you do remember he had a nasty wound on his shoulder.
So that means that that individual that got here before us, the one more
I do not know who he is aligned with.
So he could potentially be activating summoning titans for his own purposes.
He could be going to these tombs, and it may now be a race to get there before he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, we'll back you up, Azyla. Killed your family, we'll kill him and his family.
Need more items.
Is it more items or more friends?
It's true.
Do items give you strength?
More items, more help.
Who's giving you help for items?
Take useful. All is useful.
It's true, everything has a use. Even Kess.
So individual sessions?
If that is what you wish.
Did you want to go
I
first?
wish to be wife.
You just never want to be that anymore.
I would also
Yes.
very much like to have one with your missing individual as well.
Okay.
That could be arranged.
That can happen at a later time. Who will be first?
Well, if y'all aren't gonna pipe up,
Follow me. And she goes over to a wall and just walks right through it. And there's a little bit of resistance. It's sort of like almost a pool.
Like
sort
Jell-O?
of. Jello. But you're able to go through it. And you see her bed sort of off to the side. You see Syra laying naked in her skin.
She's
Alex-
back.
Alex is took to seduce you.
But almost as if she was expecting you guys, she has a circle and a pentagram shape with candles that are lit with this orange flame. She sits on one side and sits crisscross applesauce and places her hands out.
I'm gonna mirror her and put my hands on hers.
What can I help you with? What do you seek?
The same thing my wife seeks. Andreas.
Tell me about this Andreas. I've not seen visions of this one.
He is currently being held captive and consistently tortured by the Demogorgon. He draws power from... Go back to last session, go back to last session, go back to last session.
Bones.
The Wild Mother.
Okay.
He has a affinity to insects, it seems. I believe he files his horns down and has white. He's a pale tiefling.
Yep. Albino.
Albino tiefling. Let's see, what else are they from? He was friends with Kess and Azyla.
Okay. I think that might be enough for me to anchor something. Whatever you do, don't let go.
Yeah,
And
not gonna let go.
she kind of grabs onto your wrists and you kind of feel the talons almost sort of like pinch into your skin. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I'm good at that.
Disadvantage.
I'm not good at those. That's gonna be a 10. Or only
It's
2.
a +8.
You see the candles light up. You see almost a wing of fire wrap around the both of you. And you hear like a but much more mighty than what I can muster up. But a phoenix call, if you will. And then you're in Albina again, alone. You see the slab where Andreas was at, the chain's been broken. You hear sounds of demons and monsters off in the distance. But nothing to be. The sword that was there, the wooden sword that was there previously, it's gone.
So it was slab broken, Andreas, and the sword gone.
Yep.
Can I like walk around?
Yeah. But Yshta is not there.
Do I still feel like somebody's holding my hands?
Yep. But you can freely move, but it's strange. There's still that sensation that somebody's grabbed onto you.
I'm just gonna mentally think I'm holding on to something just so I don't let go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to first investigate the slab and where he was.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
It is giving Aslan, yeah.
What?
It's giving Aslan breaking the slab.
Yeah.
Makes resurrect.
Oh,
Aslan? Lion Lord.
am I able to cast spells?
I like the lion.
You don't have to try.
Alright, then I'm going to try to cast enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
Give myself advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay. What level is that?
Second.
Okay. It uses 2 slots if you have it. It's harder to cast spells.
I do have it. Come on, investigation. 14. I miss my smart characters.
You notice that looking closer at the slab, you see almost an imprint, like you would see from a very hot explosion. You see
the shadow?
Yeah, you see a shadow that sort of shapes like you see the tail, so it's shaped like a tiefling. There's a small crack in the middle, and there's a little plant that's kind of coming out with a bulb on it.
Life returns. Do I hear any gigantic Demigorgon footsteps marching around anywhere nearby?
Nope.
Is there still like all the demons and stuff that we were marching around?
Yes, but you can hear them off in the distance. They haven't taken any notice of you yet.
That's probably for the best. Do I see any tracks like where he went, or was he just evaporated there?
Looks like he essentially evaporated in thin air. The only thing living is this little plant.
What do I have? 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 I have. I have that thing. Because it looked like he was repeatedly healed and tortured, so I'm gonna
Correct.
hope that maybe he comes back and leave him something. Oh, I forgot that was in the portable hole. The body of the order. We still have the body of the Order of Phoenix. It's in the hole.
Still have it? Yeah.
I wonder if what's her face would like to see it.
Oracle, Yshta.
I'm going to leave a Cory bar there for him, along with
Nice.
The plant turns towards the Cory bar. It opens up. You see a caterpillar crawl out towards the Cory bar. Kind of like inch towards it.
I'm going to pre-crack it open,
Okay.
like the wrapper, and slide it towards us.
Okay. It begins to very slowly, millimeter by millimeter, start to eat it.
And
This
when
could take hours.
I assume
Hungry caterpillar.
when I saw him last, was he chained, tied up, or was he just stuck there with invisible
He
bonds?
was chained. The chains are there still. They've not been broken with this light.
Alright, and then again, the hope that maybe he will come back.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the chains. Does it look like they all have the same type of lock?
They don't appear to be locked. To have a lock.
Oh, they don't appear to have a lock.
No.
That
You hear
changes up.
something large coming closer.
Oh, god damn it, not again. Fuck me.
Already did.
F you.
You feel the grips around your arms getting tighter.
Alright, yep. I'll cast one more spell before I go, though if it costs 2 spell slots, I can't do it.
Alright?
Because I only have one 4th level spell slot.
So, if you're going to cast 4th level spell, you'll have one slot. It'll be a 4th level, and then you'll just go down. It'll
Okay.
also take either a 3rd or 2nd or so on and so forth.
I'm going to go to a thing in front of, like, while he was a spot made of stone. While he was laying there, he could see it,
Okay?
and just write with stone shape. Be strong, Andreas. We are coming.
Okay.
And then will myself to come back.
Alright. And you feel the pullback. Like you almost lurch backwards, and she holds on to you. And she actually kind of digs into your arm. You take 1 point of damage.
I can handle 1 point.
The flames go down, the candle lights come down, and she lets go. Did you get what you needed?
I don't know.
Good answer.
Were you able to see all that as well?
No.
Blind.
That is for you and for you only.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Return to your friends. Send the next one in.
How was it?
I have more questions than answers. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll do one.
Alright. So you try to walk through the wall.
I have a -1 to my strength.
It's not that hard.
Okay.
But you walk into her bedroom
Oh.
and you see her sitting in a circle with a bunch of candles. And she, as if sensing you, holds out her arms. Are you ready?
Yep, absolutely.
She grabs on.
Okay.
What do you seek?
So I'm looking for a woman by the name of Jared Chambers. She's
Okay.
somewhere on Ivalice,
Alright.
as far as I know, and she's some sort of wanted war criminal, and I'm sure it's a misunderstanding.
It always is.
Do you think you can help me, like maybe find out where she is, or what she's doing, or where she might go, anything like that?
I suppose we'll find out if you are ready to receive.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Okay.
receive.
So she sort of bows her head. Whatever you do, do not let go. And you see the flames in a whirl of feathers around you. Make a wisdom saving throw. What'd you roll on yours?
2. So we got
Total
a 10.
Total 10.
A dirty 10.
You're also you're lucky and rolling low. You're also gonna take an additional 1 psychic damage.
16 plus 7, so
Okay.
23.
Alright, that's pretty good. You would think this would hurt. Like maybe it would burn. But it feels easier than walking through that wall. When you stand alone, there's a house off in the distance. Looks like a farmhouse. And you see these fields. And it's strange. At first you think they're corn, but it's actually these husks with crystals inside them. They're crystal fields.
Okay.
And they're large, like very large fields. And you see a single tree and then a gravestone next to it.
Okay. Am I near that? Is that where I'm near?
Yeah.
Is the tree and the gravestone?
Yep, and Yshta is not with you, but you do feel her grabbing on you still.
Yeah, it seems like a vision. Like something happens when I talk to the band. Alright. So I'm going to walk up to the tree and the gravestone and take a look at it and see what it
Okay.
says.
Do you read Elvish?
Yes.
Okay. It says Jared Chambers on it.
Jared Chambers. What years? Does that have
There's
years?
no years, just a name.
Does it look like it was freshly dug into, or does it look like a
Make a nature check.
oh. This isn't anything FFU, is it?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I promise they'll come.
No, I got you.
I have plans for you. Boy.
16?
With a 16, you would. It's strange. You can't guess how long graves were here. However, the tree, for another instance, looks like it's been here 15 to 20 years. It looks relatively young for a tree.
Yeah.
It is alive, but it looks like it's 15 to 20 years old. You would guess.
The type of tree seem important to me?
It's a desert tree. There are leaves on it.
And then from here, how far am I away from the farmhouse?
Farmhouse, it's about 100 yards away.
Okay. Is there a path, or do I have to go through the crystal fields?
There is a path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll start walking that direction.
Okay. Make a perception check.
A 19.
You hear what sounds like laughter, and you hear the sounds of the crystals sort of banging together, and you see a small white puppy dog run through from the field. You see a girl that's maybe about 7 or 8 running past her, running after him. You see a ball sort of bounce toward your feet.
Okay. So you said it's a kid?
Yep. A little girl.
Little girl?
Yep.
Is she now going towards me because I have the ball?
Yep.
The ball's in front of me?
She's not coming towards you, she's coming towards the ball.
The ball.
And following the dog, who's also going towards the ball. And this dog looks like a white German Shepherd that's maybe about 4 or 5 months old.
Hello, little girl. Hi.
And she doesn't respond. We do hear another voice that says, Adriana! It's time for lunch! And she scoops the dog up. Look, Daddy! I found a friend! Can we keep him? And you see a man with a thick black beard, short brown hair, sort of overalls kind of come out. Bring him inside, we'll have a look at him. And she scoops up the dog and doesn't hold him very properly. His legs kind of sway back and forth, but the dog doesn't seem to mind. And you see the ball lift up by itself and follow her.
Now I'm really confused. I guess that's why Cordios City has more questions than he has answers. Alright. Can I see into the farmhouse at all?
You want to investigate the farmhouse?
Yeah.
Make a make a perception check. Persuasion check.
I'm gonna persuade this farmhouse. You're gonna let me investigate you. It's a nat 1.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
As you move, you feel something grab your leg.
Ah!
And out of the grave, there's this zombie, and you see this horrid-looking woman, and she says, "She's mine."
She's got a hold of my leg?
Yeah. And as she starts to dig into your Achilles heel, you take 6 slashing damage.
Oh, she's gonna hurt me. I am going to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
So she needs to make a Wisdom save. 17 to target.
What are you doing? There's no mind left for you to hurt.
I don't know. It's
10.
10? Okay. She fails, so it's going to be 4d8 psychic damage. She will take psychic damage, right? I mean, zombies are only, like, immune to poison, necrotic.
Yeah. That eats up 2 of your spell slots.
That's a lot for a warlock.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's all.
That's all I got. I'm just going to take 17 psychic damage.
Describe your fatality.
Actually, grasping it.
And she's kind of like halfway out of the grave as she's grabbing at you.
Yes, she's mine. I'm like, but I'm Valence. And I'm like, she has a mind spike, and a purple spike's going to come out and nail her in the face.
And as you do that, the fires blow out around you, and you feel Yshta holding on to you.
That
You're
was
back in the room.
intense.
Did you find what you're looking for?
I don't know. Maybe? I found something.
Well, that is yours to know and to share with the others when you are ready. Speaking of the others, 2 down, 2 to go. Will you grab one of the others?
Yeah, I'll let one. I'll let him know. Okay, I'm going to come out. Wow.
You guys see Kess come out.
That was something. That was,
What'd you see?
I know we all go through, and then we'll all talk about what we saw together.
That sounds good. Sure.
What you got? Do you want to go next?
Do you want to end or do you want to go next?
I'll just start walking through.
Alright.
right?
Can't.
I'm gonna walk up beside her. Can I walk through?
Yes.
You coming in with her?
Well, so like when I see that you hit the wall, I'm gonna walk up and my arm goes through. Maybe I'm supposed to go next. Alright.
Okay. You walk through. Again, there's a little bit of resistance. You see the same thing the two of them saw her sitting, waiting, holding out her hands.
Is this in pitch darkness?
No, there's candlelight. Are you ready, Solra?
Oh, I was going to do something before you left.
What were you gonna do?
I was also going to give you advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, thank you, Bobby. I am, before I reach out my hands, I'm gonna say, so, how does this work? Because the gods do not take kindly to you looking upon them, and I do not wish to incite harm.
Let's stay away from the ones that
Oh, it doesn't do second
gear
throws, never
towards
mind.
evil. But I am willing to take the risk. The harm will only come to me.
I am essentially going to inform her of what I am interested in learning, but give her plenty of... I will essentially just lay all the facts out where it's like, I am interested in the patron of Kess, who she believes is Valenn, but I do not think it is. I think that it is an inherently evil being, and therefore I would not ask you to look upon it.
Hold on to that, because I want him to hear that.
Yeah, sorry, we were back and forth, or bouncing back and forth
You're
between
good.
objectives. Are you cool if we go with that one?
Oh, yeah.
That was your first suggestion.
I didn't expect that one. Good job.
That's what I live for. Just making the DM go, shit.
So, I'm gonna say that I just had phone go with Oren.
You don't want him there? He's just been quiet.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Maybe you want him to go to the Oren, that's fine.
Yeah,
He'll do whatever you tell him.
Insight?
just so that way, Oren's got something and
Oren has a target when he loses his shit. No.
I'll tell him to scope out the area, see if he's got any, see if he can spot any places that might be good for looting.
Yeah. Good call. While we're waiting for him, go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
And I do not have advantage?
No. It doesn't
Let's
say
not
so
betray me.
I gave you intelligence checks instead. Because it's helpful for me.
All of them.
It's not against being charmed, is it?
No.
Ooh, that's gonna be a dirty 10.
Take 2 psychic damage.
I can take it. Could I have asked about Eilistraee and why I can't talk to her? Yes. Yes, I could have. However, I have a burning question.
We have a burning question.
We do have
I covered what was necessary for my
Actually,
Eilistraee.
I do have a question. So with our telepathic bond, we are close enough we can experience like the thoughts going through each other's head.
Uh-huh.
Are we currently close enough to be sharing these visions?
When he went through it was like he was on another continent.
Okay, cool.
So, Mariah, I'd like you to repeat for Zach specifically what you asked Yshta.
So I started this conversation by saying, all right, so I have some questions that I want to get out of the way before we do this. Because you said specifically you don't like to pry under the veil of gods. And she said, bad gods, yes. Good gods, like, it's probably fine. And I said, cool. The problem is what I am interested in is learning more and seeing
Kess's patron Valenn, who Kess believes is a good god, but I am under distinct suspicion is actually a cruel and a bad
great
god.
Okay.
And I left the, essentially, what I hope she got from that is I left it up to her if she would be comfortable taking that risk, but I wanted her to have all of the information.
If this will help you, I will do what I can.
It will satisfy my curiosity, hopefully.
Reiterate again what exactly you would like to see.
I'm gonna get rid of these rumors. You can see Valenn in action.
Kess's patron, whom the true form of Kess's patron, whom she believes is Valenn,
Who is Valenn? Yes.
or whom she has been led to believe is Valenn.
Who I believe
What?
is Valenn.
Let's see what Galatea allows us to see. Or allows you to see, I should say. And she grabs onto you. And you see the flames turn purple and go. And you see a large draconic wave come around you. And all of a sudden you're alone in this desert that is lit by a purple sun. You see a vast wasteland with the body of a dragon, or say the skeleton of a dragon. You still feel Yshta holding on to you. She's not with you. What do you do?
Can I potentially do a... Can I detect magic?
Yeah.
Because it's an at-wits full spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to detect magic to see if there's any magic emanating from the skeleton of the dragon.
And it tells you the school of magic, or what kind.
Yeah, and then if you will allow me, what I would like to do is also do... you can see a faint aura. It tells you the school, if any. And then I would like to combine it with an arcana check, if there is magic, to try and glean more than just the school.
Okay, go ahead. Make an arcana check.
Do I have advantage? Actually, you know what? We're gonna go to the baby dice. Wow!
Baby dice let you down.
They did. That's gonna be a 13. I've not rolled above an 8.
You detect a dark presence. Something evil. Detect necrotic energy. And you see what looks like a throne that you didn't quite see before. About 20 feet in front of you.
Does this, with like the dragon's skeleton and a dark throne and this necrotic energy, can I do a history check to see if it reminds me of any like powerful being that I would have read of?
Sure, make a history check.
And that's also intelligence, so that's also advantage.
Yeah, Valenn. You're.
Oh, there we go. That is a 19 on the die for a 21.
Valenn.
Okay.
But there we go again.
The Archlich!
Vecna.
You did set it free.
For a second round of characters.
This doesn't remind you of anything.
Nothing at all.
Nope. You would not have heard of anything like this.
Okay. I'm committing as much of this to memory as possible to share with my husband later. And it does not feel like the Demogorgon.
No.
I would like to walk closer to the throne. Can I still feel Yshta's hands?
Yep.
So I'm
Hold it
gonna
very tightly.
go closer to the throne.
So you see this throne that is kind of, think the Game of Thrones throne.
Yeah.
Well, it's a sword. It's made of bone and stone.
Bone and stone.
You see a figure cloaked in shadow, sitting like, it's like thinking. And you see several other figures at the foot. You see a It's hard to make out because they're horribly damaged. You see a female elf with 2 scimitars dead. You see a large, muscular orc with a broken axe. You see a dragonborn with dark black scales. Staff of the pseudo-drake is then shattered. You see a half-elf with a flower in her hand as the petals are broken. You see a elven man with his bow
With his
that has been broken. And then lastly, you see a halfling with a formerly prestige banjo that has been, where all the strings have been broken off.
Does it look like the banjo that Cordio threw a rock at?
Kind of, but I mean, a lot of banjos look alike. And you see the figure stand up and push on the skull of the halfling and crush it. And as if it knows something is there. It kind of looks around. You can't see the details because it's stripped in shadow.
Okay. Okay. An investigation check. So if I were to roll an investigation check, would I be able to commit with the... So the feat that's in my background is very much geared towards attention to detail.
Okay.
Would you allow me to make a investigation or a... Not religion, probably just an investigation check to commit as many of the details of the scene to memory as possible.
Okay.
If you will allow me to try that, I am going to cast Borrowed Knowledge to give myself proficiency in investigation.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. So if I cast that, is it going to be the 2 spell slots?
Yep.
Okay. And I still have I still have advantage on. Jeez, I'm rolling like shit. That's gonna be a 14. Oh my god.
You just grab one
The figure casts Counterspell and then Fireball. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
He just doesn't know it's you. If you had mount yourself and start sneaking around,
Oh shit.
it
That's
won't
my
attack you.
job.
That's gonna be an 11.
Okay. You take 44 necrotic damage
Whoa.
as this purple flame engulfs you.
The ring says I don't have to see her taking damage. I just assumed I would know. Can I take damage if I sense her taking damage?
She's on another plane of existence, so I don't know if that would work.
Does it?
What's the ring saying?
Probably not, buddy.
It does not say we have to be on the same plane of existence. It just says once per day, if your bottom partner takes damage, you may decide to take that damage instead.
Okay.
You can just randomly burst into flames in the waiting room.
I'll take it.
Here's what I'll do. Make a wisdom saving throw for yourself.
That's gonna be a 27.
Okay. You may elect to take half of that if you'd like to.
How much was it?
44.
44.
I'll take 22 of it happily.
What does it look like to us?
So, I'm getting to that. So, you guys see Cordio engulfed in purple flames and is thrown against the wall.
Jeez! Holy Valenn!
All I imagine is him
You-
acting weird
you-
and then needing just to work.
Are suddenly whipped from this existence. In fact, Yshta digs into your damn it, forearm, trying to not let go of you, and you take 1 slashing as she sort of digs into you, but you are back, and candles get blown through the wall. And you see her bleeding from where her eyes are at.
I am
I'm
going
trying to sprint down the stairs.
Wait.
Well, you guys are still in this, just the wall.
I know, I'm trying to get through it.
am going to use my Rod of the Pact Keeper to regain a spell slot.
Okay.
And please tell me I have this up.
We have the same max HP.
Do you guys really?
How?
That's
You're
funny.
a warlock.
My con is 16.
So's mine.
Buddy, I don't know.
I'm baffled.
Um,
Did yours and warlocks have the same hit die?
I think so. D8s.
yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
Okay, so I am going to pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pump 4 d6 of healing into her because she just took quite a bit of damage from me.
Yeah.
And then, if you will allow me, I will do a medicine check to see if I need to stabilize her further after that.
Okay. She,
I kept concentrating, so.
I know.
after you heal, cast a spell on her, she sort of stumbles over to her desk and grabs a bucket, pukes blood into it.
Do you need to know how much she heals?
That would probably be helpful.
15.
Okay.
With a medicine check.
You still have advantage.
Yep.
The dice are not treating you right.
No,
you
they're
need to
not.
toss those in the bag and get rid of
Yeah, I do. With a 9, do I think she needs more healing?
Definitely, but you see before you're able to cast anything, she taps her staff and she's going to cast Greater Restoration on herself. And then she's going to heal.
Good.
And while she doesn't look completely renewed, she looks exhausted.
So I'm gonna fall to my knees in front of her and try and support her as the best I can into a chair. And I am going to.
Did you get what you needed?
I'm
That
gonna-
was rougher than the others.
So I'm gonna drop into Undercommon because I am so scared for her. Before I probably catch myself 30 seconds into this thing of are you okay? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna say, I don't know. That was certainly spooky.
If it helps, then it is worth it.
Did you?
She said fun.
You can do one more.
Okay. Do you need anything before you do so? Do you need support? Do you need a hug? Do you need space away?
She hugs you.
I am going to,
Do not worry, child of Galatea. This is what I'm here for.
I do not like it when people have to be the gods' punching bags. I'm sorry for the harm that you took because of my request.
I am Yshta the Shifta. I am stronger than I look.
I believe that Yshta the Shifta. I believe that.
Now, go grab the last one.
I will squeeze her shoulder, and then I will go tell Azyla that she needs to. I'm gonna walk out. Hi, baby. Ow!
Sorry.
Roll a hit.
And you notice that Solra's armor is somewhat singed.
What in the world happened?
13 does not hit me. Thanks to you, baby.
What happened?
We can chat about that later. Are you ready?
I'm gonna touch the thing. Does it let me through this time?
Yep.
I'm going to convey all of that to you.
I'll walk through.
Azyla. Please, sit.
Sit.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
What is it that you seek?
Want to know one-horned devil thoughts. Why here? What serpent
What?
Searching.
I see. Is that all?
Why kill family?
Your family.
Yes.
She holds out her arms. Let's see if we can find the answer to that. Okay. Alright, she holds on, she grabs onto you. Feel her fingernails kind of dig into your scales. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know if I'm good at those or not. Guess we'll find out.
I don't see why you would be as a rogue. I think it's
Are you wise?
Dex.
18.
Alright. You do not take any damage. So, you close your eyes and you see the flames shoot up out of the candles and a wing of fire wrap around you. You see yourself in this hallway. And you see a couple different doors. One is made out of this red stone. Another is made out of this stone that sort of has moss growing around it.
Mm-hmm.
And then another is a wooden door. There's 3 different doors for you to pick from.
Could I sense Tegan and see which door he would think would be the best?
You try to reach out to him. There's no answer.
The crutch is gone.
Do I have any certain feeling from any of the doors when I look at them?
The red one's kind of hot to the touch. The other 2 just feel like, a door made out of stone with moss, and then the other one is just a regular wooden door, like you would see to like a farmhouse.
Okay. I'll go. Do I feel like if I go through one door, I'd be able to come through to check out the other doors, or do I feel like once I enter a door, don't know?
Ooh, you've never done this before. There is a familiarity to each of these 3 doors, like you've seen them somewhere before. We can't quite describe where.
I'll do the wooden door.
Okay. Alright, so you push it open, and all of a sudden, you're in the middle of like a farmhouse. Or not a farmhouse, it's a stable. Stable's a better word for it. Because you see what looks like a pile of hay. You see horses. And you hear what sounds like the very faint cryings of a child, a baby rather, in this pile of hay.
I'm going to.
Jesus.
Zeus, is that you?
Sneakily approach it.
Yes, you're pretty safe.
You see. Hold on. Give me a
Which
moment.
fits with his music.
Make sure.
Feels very monastic.
Yes.
And then my footsteps, since I have the boots of Belkite, I don't make any sound.
Okay. Good to know.
And my wings make no noise also.
There it is.
You can still roll that one.
That's true.
Your stomach growls.
A nervous too.
You sneeze from the hay, you're allergic.
You discovered allergy.
Alright. So,
You get hay fever.
you kind of turn the corner,
Okay.
and come on, where is it?
That was fun.
It's nice.
Got that on the recording. That was not coconuts. That was
my
Stray's dick.
An individual holding a baby, a dragonborn, with red scales. He has held in a blanket, and he's kind of looking around. He has a brown flyer's jacket, like a bomber's jacket, rather, and he has short, like, red hair, and he's kind of like looking around, making sure nobody's watching him.
Is that baby Azyla?
And he's kind of looking around. Are you sure, Goob man? Are you sure this will be the safe place to put her? You be safe with this family? And you hear a voice off, like outside the building. Q, make it quick. We got to get out of here. She has other stuff for us to do. Be safe, my child. I will bless you always. And he casts guidance on the baby.
It lasts for a minute.
And sets it, and the baby kind of reaches up to his finger. You will not have to be what your parents made you. After all, I was once not even real. Shh, that's our little secret. And you see a figure sort of off in the distance that has this weird form to it, almost like a jello-ish sort of form to it. And you swear you smell like very hint of like pickles. And he looks around, and the man in the flyer jacket sort of runs off.
Okay.
You see another door. You see two doors. A red stone one and a moss-covered one. But before you have any time to react, you do see, it suddenly becomes daytime. You see your parents holding you. And that they're excited. That it's like, look, Paylor has blessed us with child. And the dad's like, how did they get here? It's like, it doesn't matter. Paylor has just blessed us with a child. We'll raise it like our own.
This is the plot of Hercules.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And even though you're kind of out in plain sight, they don't seem to notice that you're there.
So I'm pretty much looking at myself as a baby.
Yep.
And what do the parents look like?
They look like yours, whatever your parents look like. I didn't
Here.
see in your character sheet what they looked like.
I'll
But
message you it
whether
real
they're-
quick.
if you just want to tell the group, you just say it out loud.
Well, that would depend on how you're running it, so let me...
Okay.
And I think, if I remember...
So the female is the female is a minotaur, and the dad is also a dragonborn.
Okay. And there's one more thing. I thought I had names for them, but I don't remember.
But you see the other two doors.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the moss one next.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
You gotta look on the first one. I don't know about this one. Oh, probably.
You take 44 necrotic damage.
It's not.
I was up!
9.
No one can share that with you.
It disappears,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
and you take 3 psychic damage.
Okay. Then I guess I got no choice but to go through the red one.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
15.
15. Okay. You push it open, and even though I think you're resistant to heat,
Yeah,
even though
5.
you're resistant to heat, this place is quite hot. You see, you're inside a castle, and you hear the loud struggles of a woman, and you hear the movements of chains, and you see demonic figures moving into the into this room, and you hear a deep voice yell, "Push!"
I'm gonna stealthily go closer to see what's going on, but still stay out of distance so that way I'm still hidden.
Okay. Alright, so you see a large bedchamber. You see several demons dressed in like doctor's garbs, and you notice you see a large looming figure with these horns, two terrible eyes. He has this 8-pack, almost perfect physique. You would recognize this as Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells. Hard to miss. The woman in the bed, she... Hold, please.
You said Lord of Nine Hells?
Yeah, Lord of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus.
Is there another party member of Goobers that got left there?
So you see a female.
Okay.
She has long red hair. Her skin is lightly tanned. She looks like she could be anywhere between the ages of 30 or 40 years old. She's very pregnant. You see the doctor sort of prepping to take the babies out. And you see one come out. You
Okay.
see a tiefling infant with a small, very tiny single horn. And he hands it off. And then one more comes. And it's the same baby dragonborn you saw before. It's you. And
What the fuck?
and you hear Asmodeus say, "I will have to send Vecna a thank you letter for weakening me long enough for this to happen. This is not supposed to be possible." And he looks at you, at somebody behind you. "I told you what would happen if you came back and peered into my business once again. I will take more than your eyes." And as he says this, as he begins to draw his sword, the doors burst open.
Okay.
You see the man in the flyer's jacket. You see a plasmoid. You see a half-orc fighter and an Asmar fighter samurai. And they shout kind of as a group, "This is unnatural. This is not right. These children deserve to be free." And the woman in the bed says, "Kill them! They are mine!" A battle ensues.
Okay.
But Asmodeus charges forward at Yshta and grabs at her. Oh god. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, damn.
This one's important.
You fail.
5.
Oh boy.
It's better than that one.
Alright.
True.
So would she hypothetically be behind me
Yeah.
at that point?
Yep.
Am I kind of like ethereal where if I tried to stop him, nothing would happen? Or would I be able to try to protect
He's
her?
kind of barreling at you both.
You're both up.
You're both going to take 38 piercing damage as he rams through you with his sword and into her.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, there's a burst of flames. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Rogues are good at those.
51 can dodge.
Unless I get a net 1, which I didn't. 16.
Okay, you're going to take 28 fire damage.
28 fire.
Yep, as you are torn from Yshta and you're thrown against the wall.
But if I'm resistant,
No, you take 14.
Yeah.
14. Woo!
So she goes. So you guys get thrown from each other. She gets thrown through her desk, and then you get implanted like into the wall, and then the candles just go out.
She's having a rough day.
Right.
She is.
Mine was so peaceful.
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Alright. We made it to Ivalice.
Everybody
I'm
gets
at 3
You
health.
just reached your character goal.
Me?
What?
Yep.
Woo!
Whether you realize it or not.
Didn't.
You all level up, and then you get 2 points to divvy out among your stats.
Ability scores.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ability scores.
Oh, thank you, God, for making another character goal of mine come true.
What are you talking about?
Oh, this is
Amethyst.
You're gonna tell me that Asmodeus is not has multiple
That was Annabelle,
red-headed
right?
women? Annabelle, yeah.
Annabelle. Oh. Amelin's
Alright, so
wanders
everyone's leveling up.
Yeah.
I will
Amlin is
mess with Elizabeth.
And I'll type
Queen of
story
Atlantis.
home as well.
Oh, Amber.
Amity is
Amber.
Wander's mom.
God, there's so many Amity.
Watch your eyes.
How can I watch?
So
They're
it
in my
was
skull.
Goober. Who had the samurai swords again?
It was an Asamari, so it would have been Nim.
An Asimar
Goober, yeah.
fighter.
And then,
Plasmoid,
Oh.
Your
fire
whore.
with the jacket.
Fox. Fox.
Fox. Yep.
Yep.
So the real question is, did Annabelle yell their mind kill them at the party that she had descended into hell with? Or was she like, fuck it, just kill them, they're my children?
She was yelling at the group that was trying to take her kids.
So my birth mother is technically a tiefling?
No,
your
your
birth
birth
mother
mother is a human. Hold, please. Your birth
I had
mother.
no idea.
It's one of her characters.
Yeah,
I
it's one
thought
of my
that. I
characters.
thought it was Wander at first.
No.
This was the 4-shot.
It was just 2.
It was 2, yeah.
Just like a...
You guys, and then you guys had another 2-shot for
Yeah.
rescuing Asmodeus from Vecna.
So Annabelle is a human. If
Okay.
you want to know, she has 6 levels into cleric and 14 levels into wizard. She was Asmodeus' servant on the Isle of Yule,
Okay.
and
The island ran during
the Isle of Mariah
Everyone
ran.
campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she desperately does not care about anyone except for her own goals. To the point where
That sounds familiar.
So a human birthed a dragonborn.
A human and
halfling.
devil god.
a human and the literal lord of hell.
Yeah, so
So anything can come out of that.
Oh.
Azyla's true father is Asmodeus.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Congrats. You're
Congrats.
half hell lord.
You are not hell lord.
I guess that makes sense on why I'm resistant to fire.
Would you like to see your mother's picture?
Sure.
I know that was a lot. Did you catch the description of the other baby?
The
'Cause there's 2 of them.
tiefling infant, small, single horn,
Yeah.
The one-horned person that you're chasing.
One horn
and then
devil.
the
Is your
baby
sibling.
dragonborn, which was me.
Yep.
That's the only 2.
So you're the person that you are chasing.
Yep.
Is your brother.
Well, that's fucked up.
Welcome to the table of fucked up family dynamics.
Correct.
How fucked up is fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Okay, so I got my new fun, cool little ability.
So I get 2 abilities?
Nice.
And I need to know how we're
If
gonna
you want to
play
use
it
that
at the
instead of the
table.
trait, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's your mom.
So
This is your mother.
Nice.
it's a homebrew
So I can either choose a feat or choose
blood right,
Uh-huh.
blood hunter order.
Yeah.
It's called right.
Bloodletting? Yeah.
So it was my weapon, my bow is going to tell me the stage of injury every creature and my allies are at. Are you healthy, under half HP, brink of death, 10 or less
Yep.
HP. So is the only information I'm going to get is healthy? Am I going to be able to like gauge like?
Yeah, so you won't get exact. I mean, I think 10 or less is probably the most exact it'll get for that level.
Right.
But yeah, you'll be able.
You'll be able to like under half, but obviously above 10.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Because that's, I would know if I'd be able to get me a Carl. Now I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Which I feel like is going to come in handy in this campaign.
So, Alex, explain
What do you mean? It's
what the
Valenn.
thing is, because this for
Okay,
level 8.
okay. I remember somebody saying, hey, if somebody
For
snuck
level
up
8,
on me,
I'm able to
I
do
hit him with a
this,
fireball.
Which is that or that.
Who was
So, what am I able to do?
I think that was
so
Solra Cordio.
this is all the same.
Okay.
I don't think we said
So
that.
You did.
choose
You
the
said
red-
if somebody snuck up on me,
Choose
I'd
this
attack
like
them
normal.
too.
Like
That's what
normal.
you said,
Now,
because you were
do
justifying why the guy
say
lost a fireball on
Okay.
Azyla.
is,
You were defending him, so you said that. So I was like, well, you stuck up on Valenn, he blasts you, hit
Oh,
So,
no.
you can
That's
increase-
not what we're getting at there.
Yeah.
One of
You
these
blast me
two.
because I'm
and
spying
increase
on
any of
you.
them
That's
by either
valid.
one.
It's just.
So you
I'm
either
so
put one
excited
here,
to do
and
some
one here,
research
or
and
two
be like,
here,
alright,
and
So up to 2. So do
Up to
any of
two.
them two.
trying.
So I get
You're
this
telling me
two.
you're not
Yeah.
convinced
Okay.
that
Okay. So I have 2
Valenn's just
extra
gone
points
goth?
to use, but then I can also
That
do
Valenn
whatever
killed
for
his
this.
granddaughter?
That's
Okay.
he went gothic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hardcore.
The true
You know what I mean?
measure of any goth, do you kill your family?
Yes.
Always.
Right?
What?
We're talking about Valenn going goth. That's why he's got the dragon and all that stuff like that.
Yeah,
He's just gone gothic.
it's true.
See?
So what would make me more sneaky, Dex?
Yeah.
Dex is
Or Cordio, what he did for his is he took his lowest stat and added 2 to it to make his
even, right? Because you
weaknesses.
got a negative
Yeah.
1 on it,
Yeah.
charisma.
But you can do whatever you want.
Did you increase your dex
Not yet.
already? Make it 20. Yeah, max your dex. Fucking make yourself like even sneakier.
So I can
more
either
sleight of hand.
confirm nor deny everything, but Mariah, I hope that was good for you.
I was literally looking at the session number and being like, wow, the last time that Alex DM'd a full campaign, session number 5, I lost my shit at the end of a session. So this time I have to be quiet. Because every time I listen to that recording, all it is just me screeching.
Yeah.
He gets excited. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Uber, we had Fox.
Annabelle got to
Nim,
complete her final life
Annabelle
goal.
actually got it, right? We got to see it happen. And as Azyla is chasing down her brother, the one horned devil.
Azyla's got some internal thinking to do.
You
Oh,
met
I'll say.
Valenn. And you got to meet him. I mean, say hi.
I should have been like, Jeffrey, is that you?
Should have shown that new greeting. It's like, you like this? So, you're level 8 druid.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get anything?
I
for
just get
surpluses?
ability score improvement or a feat.
Oh, yeah, you're level 8. What are you gonna do?
I don't know yet. It's probably gonna be a feat, but I don't know which one.
Feats are fun. What about you, Mariah?
I have to look at it.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we're going. I'm currently full warlock.
Because level 8 will have just get ability score.
Excuse me.
I think so.
Have you thought about any
I think
multipliers?
everything gets ability score at level 8.
Yeah. Yep.
I have no compelling reason at this point to multi-class.
Yeah, makes sense.
Especially
Say, what's up?
here.
Who? Damn it! I meant to do this again when Elizabeth is here.
What did you forget?
Wait, you're
It's- yeah.
you're gonna do the recap.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay. And,
Remember this time. I'm
and
sorry.
if I think of it, I'll try to remind you over the weekend.
I was so like
he was amped about
yeah, I
the
was
Corey.
thinking about the Corey and the Quantum.
Yeah,
thing all
I
the
get it.
time.
I get it.
Completely, like slipped my mind.
Oh my god, he was so excited.
I did want to
It was so fun.
start the conversation about Thanksgiving potluck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For Thanksgiving. Do you want to do something like that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool that.
So we can all start kind of thinking about what we want to bring. Anybody know right off the bat something to bring?
Turkey.
Okay,
Turkey.
so
We'll make
Okay.
sweet potatoes.
if Trey has to work on Thanksgiving, we'll go ahead and smoke a turkey,
Okay.
and then we will bring some of that over, and we'll do something else too. But
So are we wanting to do the potluck the week after Thanksgiving?